sights that shouldn't be seen by anyone and keeps you awake at night. We won't discuss the wounds we have to the body or the mind. We just put our hurts behind us and turn our memories to blind. We are proud we served our country and remember those we lost for the freedom that we have today. They paid the awful cost. To all the men and women currently serving in our armed forces and all who have served, I have two words. Thank you. Now, if you'd all please rise. Gentlemen, please remove your hats. As we listen to the words of our national anthem, please keep in mind our men and women of our armed forces who are away from their families doing the hot, dirty, dangerous work so that we can be here in Rockwell enjoying a nice, safe summer evening. During our national anthem tonight is Caleb Rubens from right here in Rockwell.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watch, we're so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, keep proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the brave?
How about that, ladies and gentlemen? Francis Scott Key would be proud. It was a poem written all the way back in 1814 and turned to music in 1931. Thank you to our local American Legion post. Andy, we're ready to get underway.
Yeah, that's right. There, as Phil mentioned a little bit earlier, the 26th and final stop along the East Central Iowa Championship Bowling Circuit is this evening. Everything ends for the year right here in Rockwell tonight with the season points champions being crowned. You're going to be busy too down in the Angry Farmer Winner's Circle with not only this evening's champions and the points champions, but the two-day champions that are being honored as well this weekend.
Absolutely, and that two-day thing is determined strictly by total footage. So that's going to be quite an interesting thing. Our secretary is going to be doing the handiwork up here, and it's going to keep her busy all night long.
And he'll keep it straight, though. Nicole Simons and Emily Schemmel are outstanding East Central Iowa Secretary Treasurers. 15 championships to be decided over the course of all 26 events. There are several that are competitive. In fact, you and I spent quite a bit of the afternoon traveling around in the pits and kind of judging the mood of some of our competitors, and there are a lot of different approaches that the drivers may take heading into the evening. So
and some, you know, we learned this last evening, and I ain't going to say any certain names, but some even have a phobia about what they do to prepare it's kind of a phobia.
Superstitions. Superstitions are real. There is no doubt about that.
Oh, and it's hilarious. Well, more on this a little later.
Meals,
yeah.
rest, yeah. And needless to say, we have, yes, plenty of storylines here to entertain you this evening. And by the way, before we go any further here, I thought I would pass along, for those of you curious, the Iowa State Cyclones have kicked a game-winning field goal and have defeated the Iowa Hawkeyes in the Cy-Hawk game 20-19 in Stadium.
God. Oh my.
You know how hard that was for me to say?
Oh my.
I've got to sit down and catch my breath here.
I might just go get in the car and drive home after seeing that. I'm not sure we can continue this evening.
Oh boy. Oh, well,
It's a good thing I love professional truck and tractor pulling, huh?
that's right.
I might
All right,
wish I'd
folks,
never
Morgan
brought that
Schulte
up,
here.
too.
That's right.
Moose Track
I'll tell you
Day
what,
is
folks,
back.
We got a beautiful
So
evening
another
tonight.
beautiful
Looks like
night.
track conditions
The season
are
finale,
awesome.
night 2 of 2, the East
We had a
Central
great
Iowa
track
Puller
last
Association
night. It's
season
gonna be that
championships
much better
here at
tonight.
Chamber
I think
Acres
they took
in
a little
Rockwell,
bit of water away
Iowa.
or
Usually
something
hosted the
during the day.
NCAA North Iowa Nationals.
I've been out there.
First class is up on the west track on the purple side would be 11,000 and 12,000 pounds, 16 mile per hour, 2 farm tractors. On our east track on the double down green side will be 6,200 pounds super stock tool
Final
drive trucks.
preparations being made for, again, the culmination of what seems like the snap of the fingers. We got started back in early June there at Davenport, Mississippi Valley Fairgrounds. And now here we are 3 months later. It's gone by in a hurry, and yet there's so much here to do this evening.
It's unreal.
I mean, the time flew by. It seems like every day gets faster and faster. And this is our first time up here. Well, I'll tell you what a fantastic facility. You've worked here, Phil, many times, and I never missed a session here myself. This has been beautiful. 16 years since they started. We started the first night with a one-night region show, and I think they went to 2 nights the year after that. And I don't remember how many years we went Grand National, but the last 3 or 4 have all been 5-session shows, 3 days, 5 sessions. Stuff the crowds on Friday, stuff the stands on Friday, Saturday night. It is just gorgeous.
Evening with 6,200 pound super stock two-wheel drive truck class on the double down skid. Leo Mossman Sr. out of Waverly in the American Express truck. Over 304.98. Here comes the 2 out the farm.
We are going with Dan Arnold on a walk around. Open money on 50-10 John here on the west drive.
All right, Leo Mossman has accepted that distance. It's the test caller. We'll talk a little bit about what that entails throughout the evening. And we are officially underway in the truck class.
Leo Mossman with the American Express.
Represented as always by our friends at Champion
326
Seed is one of the
72.
fastest growing independent seed companies in the country. Champion Seed has the freedom to select from a wide range of genetic platforms and trait packages, matching it right down to the county level. We're
Sorry,
champions
he
of
went
quality,
300
champion corn and soybean traits,
even,
quality growing
from what it looks
seasons,
like,
and quality
and
people to help you along the way. From our corn
looks like a little bit of a problem on the farm side with Dan Arnold and the smoke money. He went 298.73, but we didn't get a reading on the speed board.
Over here tonight, and we appreciate their support, including the beautiful sign-up trailer all season long, and in its second year now with the East Central Iowa Pullers.
Our first puller on the west
Next up,
track, Dan Arnold.
on our Superstock tool drive side, Terry Patterson, 1 gear faster with a Ford Ranger.
This is a 16-mile-an-hour speed limit class on this side. Too hot to farm, they call it. 11,000 pounds. Too hot to farm. He got a pretty good pull out of it. He went 298.7, and then, but he went 16.2 miles per hour. We are measuring with GPS tonight. You see the speed boards and the distance boards down on each side of the track. They have GPS on the sleds, and we have a monitor up here for each track. And me and Andy are going to split the tracks tonight. He's going to take the east track. I'm going to be on the west track. so we can see what they do. If they speed going down and get disqualified, well, that's just the way it goes. We had one last night that was
Either that,
pretty close to
maybe
winning the
not. I think
championship.
Dan Arnold's going to drop
One of the
this hook.
classes.
Next up on our Tuck Farm side will be Larry Lawrence out of Monticello,
sorted out.
Iowa with Southpaw.
Doug out of the mix, but certainly makes it almost impossible for him to get there. Quite the change from last night. 60 mile an hour, the speed limit, as you mentioned. 11,000 pound weight limit with front rear tires. Here comes Barry Patterson.
15.3 miles per hour. That will set the distance to beat. We're going for distance. We're not going for speed in this class, but you must stay under. Well, you must not go over 16 mile an hour. You can knock on the door at 16.
Terry Patterson on the Superstock Tool Drive side goes 315.44, 315.44. Larry Lawrence on the Tuck Farm side goes 328.54, 328.54 at speed, 15.3 miles per hour.
The points championship this year and went 16-1, which cost him a DQ back to last place in the class. So just a instant miscalculation a little bit on the throttle.
So the distance for Terry Patterson there, 315.44 in that one gear faster truck, puts him into first place. And this is one of those classes where the season championship has already been determined that Terry will be the victor of that in this 6,200 pound Superstock two-wheel drive truck class. So your season points champion takes the lead here this evening on the far track for us. Bad Intentions truck up next. Eric Schmidt out of Charles City, 315.44 is that distance to beat for him.
Next up on the Superstock Tool Drives, Eric Schmidt with the Bad Intentions. On the Tuck Farm side, Doug Martins out of Fairbank, Iowa, Manure Spreader Mafia.
Fairbank raises some cattle, and in his spare time goes tractor pull. I've been doing this a long time. He really enjoys it. Been over at Doug's place many times over the years. In fact, I'll be here this week.
Eric's going to end up at 289.86.
Tonight, he went 16-1 last night, cost him a lot of points. He was knocking it right at 16 mile an hour tonight. Doug Martins out of Fairbank, 43.20. We'll get a distance for him here. 3:32.0 sets the new distance to beat. Good job.
Doug Martins on the Tuck Farm goes 3:32.08 at 16 miles an hour.
In this class, and you can't do any better job driving than what he just did. Took the lead right at 16 miles an hour. Ryan Miller leads with 977 points. Dan Himes is 4 back. Colin Brunell is 5 back. And Doug is actually only 9 points back. So,
and if you win, you get 60 points. If you get second, you get 58 points.
Correct.
So he's got to stay right on top, and somebody else has got to stub their toe.
Mathematically,
Still in it.
he is still in it. However,
Up next on our Superstock Tool Drive truck side will be Dwayne Taylor out of Arlington, Iowa, with the White Lightning Ford.
him having basically locked it up with that pole and now having to sit back and wait for, 12 others?
Yep. That makes it a long day for Doug. Jeremy Reuter over out of Potosi, Wisconsin. One Royal Deer, a 44.55, backing up the equalizer next.
I think we're going to pull pickups first, though, it looks like. Second place truck in this race, even though it's not competitive, is the one you're seeing now. It's Dwayne Taylor out of Arlington with White Lightning. 325.88 as Jeremy Reuter takes off.
Pretty good pass right there, 15.5 miles per hour. Did not speed. 3:30 and 4, which leaves Doug Martins in the lead yet at 3:32 with some change. Of course, if you watch these guys, they're messing with the throttle all the way down through there, and as that weight box starts coming ahead and they start feeling the weight up on the pan, they start getting into it.
On our Superstock Tool Drive truck side, Dwayne Taylor is going to fall in at 325.88. 325.88, and Jeremy Reuter with the One Royal Deer on the Two Out to Farm side goes 330.49 at 15.5 miles per hour.
We're going to use your arms again, Andy, and expect a better result tonight with the pickets you stare off. All right, tell us again how they're going. What's the sales pitch?
20 for an arm swing, 6 tickets for $5, or 1 ticket for $1.
See how easy that is? All right, I'm going to give you $20.
I'm surprised that she has the guts to show up with yellow tickets after what we just saw happen earlier today. Maybe you need to buy the cardinal color tickets, Phil. Maybe that's the difference here.
I'm not even going to go that far.
Maybe that'll
Next
be a
up,
winner
we
twice
have
tonight.
Ryan Miller
The Hawkeye color.
with the Summer Mistress on the Superstock Tool Drive side. On our Two Out to Farm side, Colin Brownell
That's the first one
with a 1066 International.
That's the first sale? Oh, I don't know if that's good or bad. It's like buying a lotto ticket in the store. You don't want to buy the first one off the roll. Huh? We got Colin Brownell out of Maynard up next on a 1066.
But first, Ryan Miller out of Ionia, the Summer Mistress truck. .61, 28.2 miles an hour.
Uh-oh. 16.3. He would have took over the lead with that distance, but speeding. Gonna go to the back of the pack. 16.3 miles per hour.
Ryan Miller Summer Mistress goes 317.61. And Colin Brownell on the opposite side goes 334.82 at 16.3 miles per hour.
All right, everybody out there in the stands, look up here at the announcer stand. I have the winning ticket right here in this bundle. 20 bucks worth. It's going to be a good investment tonight. Oh, you're going to buy the winning ticket now. Or you're going to go with the cyclone color. Oh, international color.
That is not international red.
That's not bad though. That's a good sales pitch.
That looks like a high-priced honey, international yellow, industrial yellow.
High-priced honey, yeah, that's right.
Tractor that we'll see a little bit later on here. So
don't let them winning tickets that I'm owning scare you off, folks. You just buy your own, make the nice donation. Because I thought I had the winner last night, and of course I did again.
anyway, we're down to the final two here of these 6,200-pound super stock two-wheel drive truck class. 485 cubic inches. All naturally aspirated, 34 by 1250 DOT tires, factory production vehicle, and a single 4-barrel carburetor on these machines. Terry Patterson is your season champion, and he leads tonight as well. 315.44. Larry Vargas up next on a Charles City Blue Thunder is what he calls his truck, taking a shot here.
Next up on our tool drive side, Larry Vargas.
For a long time,
Larry Vargas, I should say, the Blue Thunder GMC. On our 2 Hectare Farm side, with Dan Hines, Delhi of the 966 International.
His left elbow leaning on the window as he goes down the track. On the west track, we got Dan Hines out of Delhi getting ready to go. We could have a drag race here, Andy. Had that tractor dialed right in, by golly, pretty good fast, 15.3 miles per hour, 333, which is going to take over the lead.
On our super stock tool drive truck side, Larry Vargas.
333.24.
310.64.
ECI Points Championship. Talked to Dan a little bit earlier, asked him if he had been...
And Dan Hines on the opposite side of that 966 International goes 333.24 at 15.3 miles per hour. He will take over the lead.
Today, I've been kind of focused. So it looks like it paid off with that run.
Yep.
Into the leadership position with Doug Martin, who's already gone. Miller's still coming up, yes. The suspense continues in this class.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 of them in this class tonight.
Unless you're at a county fair, then they get a crowd.
Next up, Stan Mayman on a Plainfield on a 2255 Oliver. Some of our presenting sponsors
Next up on our
tonight,
super stock tool drive truck side is Plum Crazy.
Here at the East Central Iowa
I'm not
Tractor
sure on his
have their
name.
own list of nice sponsors, but we got a pretty good list
And
of
on
them
the truck
here.
farm side
Our presenting
is the
sponsor, once
2255
again,
Oliver
Plumbing
of
and
Stan
Heating and
Mayman.
Mort's Water, Hefty Seed Company, Van Wall Equipment, Ziegler Cat, Mason City All Risk, Syngenta. That's just a few of them. We'll go get a few more as we go down through here. I think we're ready to go on the east track.
The Plum Crazy truck coming in at 245.10. We'll have final results here in just a moment for this super stock two-wheel drive truck class.
Pretty good pass right there.
Plum Crazy truck on this side goes 245.10, and the truck farm goes, the other on the opposite side will go 330.65 at 15.4 miles per hour.
330 and 4, almost 5, 330.49. Stan was 330.65.
I'll tell you what, fellas, I love the looks of that Oliver tractor, and I love the sound of it. That 2255, it's only a short production of that machine from 1972 to 1976, powered by that Caterpillar V8. They had an option back then of 573 cubic inches for the 636 cubic inch.
Hope everyone on here enjoys what they're watching. If you want to see more stuff like this, subscribe to my channel, Moose Tractor Pulling Videos. Leave a like, leave a comment, let me know where you're from, and share this around. If you like this video, it will show up on more For You pages, more recommended pages on YouTube right now. And it'll help get the word out that this live stream is going on currently. And if you don't know what we're up to, we are at the season finale, night 2 of 2, with the East Central Iowa Pullers Association in Rockwell, Iowa at Chamber Acres. All 13 championship classes plus the deciding night for the $10,000 to win modified four-wheel drive trucks.
6,200-pound super stock four-wheel drive truck class.
We got the Thrill Belly up next. Scott Rochar on the Truck Farm side.
Winning tonight with a distance of 325.88, the White Lightning truck. Dwayne Taylor out of Arlington. Second place to Ryan Miller driving the Summer Mistress owned by Steve Lantro. And that truck actually is the weekend winner, pulling the most distance over both nights. So congratulations to Summer Mistress. Third place, Terry Patterson, your points champion. 315.4. Fourth place to Larry Bogus, and fifth place to Leo Mossman Sr.
Looks like they're going to add some weights to the double down sled over there. Step up to the next class in the line, which would be the limited light superstars. Scott Rocher out of Urbana, the Thrill Billy. Up next, the 1066 International. Good piece of driving right there. 16 mile an hour, 332 and 9. For the Thrill Belly, knocking on the door of the speed limit.
32.92 for the Thrill Belly at 16.0 miles per hour.
Get any better than that? Scott, getting back into driving. Talked to Scott, Gina, for a little bit earlier.
You know, all the tractors in this class so far are within 5 feet of each other. Competitive, I'll tell you.
Very much. A few inches and a tenth of a mile an hour can make 4 or 5 points difference, and a big difference in the points, like we were talking about last night.
333 is leading at Dan Hines, 333 and 2. Colin Brownell went 3:34 and 8, but he was speeding 16.3.
We will be live streaming the whole night for night 2 here.
3:33, and then Larry Lawrence.
Bunch more classes to go. 360 cubic inch hot stock tractors, light limited super stock tractors, 4-1 limited pro stock tractors, 8,500 pound limited pro stock tractors, 9,500 pound 3,000 RPM hot
Alrighty,
farm
ladies and
tractors.
gentlemen, we got 3 different things going on
Super
down
farm
here at the Winner's
tractors.
Circle. And I'll tell you what, Terry Patterson, from what I understand,
We
is
also
gonna
have
be the
2
season
6 diesel
champ.
trucks,
We have
super
Dwayne
modified
Taylor
2-wheel
up
drive
here, the
trucks,
night 2 winner.
and
Dwayne,
modified
it had to
4-wheel
feel
drive
good going
trucks.
down the line. I'll tell you
Also
what, you look
improved
great.
stock 4-wheel drive
What
trucks.
was your experience tonight?
And farm stock tractors, all 13 East Central Iowa classes, plus
Great year
modified
for you
4-wheel drive
overall.
trucks.
I'll tell you what, you put on a great show here tonight, track conditions.
Up next is gonna be
You bet you're a man of a lot of
Dave
words. I
Miller
can tell that.
out of Ryan,
I'll tell you
Iowa,
what, I love
on
the
a
look of your truck.
966
You did a great
International.
job, ladies and gentlemen. Our night 2 winner. We have a mug for him and a banner, and we congratulate you on the 2024. Our winner for this evening. Give him a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Dwayne Taylor.
Excellent there, down there in the Angry Farmer Winner's Circle.
And we have Steve Lantau's trucks, the weekend winner, correct?
It is, and let's go ahead and hold off on that for just a second, because Phil, you've got the next 2 hot farm coming up.
Very good.
Dave Miller out of Coggin on another international 966 version of this one. .0, 14.7 mile per hour.
Yeah, Dave driving
Dave Miller
for
gonna
Mitch
go
Zumbaugh tonight.
330.07 at 14.7 miles per hour.
Unable to make it here this evening, so Dave taking over driving duties. Bear, back down to you.
Alrighty, we're looking for Mr. Terry Patterson and Ryan Miller.
Second class coming up next
Of the summer
on
best.
our
There's
double
no
down
seats
sled.
in the house for the weekend winner. And Steve, if you're in the house yet, come down. We'll give you your plaque.
Going to be looking at our 6,250 pound and 6,500 pound light limited super stack tractors. Those are either on a 24.5 or 30.5 by 32 tire.
Off we go here on the
Alcohols
east track
have to
for
run
the
with a
light
single
limited
turbo
super
at
stock
370
class.
cubic inches, no intercooler. If you run diesel, you can run 315 cubic inches, twin
Diesel's
turbo
weighing
with an
16,
intercooler, or 410 single turbo with no intercooler. And diesels must be 6,500, alcohol 6,250.
Limit with a single turbo, 315. If they're running twin turbos, there's a mix of both in the class. Alcohol tractors are capped at 370 cubic inches with that single turbo and weigh just 6,250 pounds. 24.5 32 tires and 30.5 32 tires allowed to be run in this class. And there are a mix of alcohol and diesel
First up,
burners
Don
as
Newton
well.
out of
The point
Luzerne,
race is
Iowa,
not as
with
tight
Pure
as it
Attitude
once was.
IH666.
Last night was kind of tough for this guy. Don Newton out of Luzerne, our test puller tonight, needs a big run on Pure Attitude. Look at that. There's the fast for you, folks. 335.84. John just as much better than just a night ago. He dropped about 8 points in the final rundown. And
Now I'm going to go
to win and he's Garrett
335.84 to start off the class.
Shuffle this thing up here tonight.
Just shy of 31 mile an hour going down the track over there. Don't think they hauled Greenway 31 mile an hour with that track. Probably when they had it.
Probably not.
On the equalizer sled, Steve Spala out of Ridgeway, the weekend hooker. Another 966. Well, he saw it the same time you did. He went 16-1 and just got into throttle. Said, heck with it, let's see what we can do with it. So, another pass.
Steve Spalla of Ridgeway, Iowa with a weekend hooker, a 966 on the Truck Farm side. He will get disqualified. Going 16.
We got,
Steve goes 16.7 miles per hour at 309.93. That'll be disqualification. Up next on our limited Superstock side, out of Memphis, Missouri, the Mama Don't Know tractor, Chris Mallett.
Austin Miller up next out of Walker, Iowa, on another international. This is all the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 internationals in this class. 3 John Deeres and the Oliver.
Yep, so the points race about to be decided here because both of the Miller boys are in the mix, shall we say. Dan Himes is already pulled. Doug Martins is already pulled. And here we go. All righty, we got Terry Patterson up here. This is a man, he's a legend. He's from Elizabeth, Illinois. And I'll tell you what, Terry, how many years have you been doing this gig with the two-wheel drive? Over 40. Over 40 years. You know what? How long has it been with this particular vehicle? Oh, probably 30. What did you start out with? Can you kind of tell us how you got started in the game?
An old GMC pickup, all rusted out, stuck a bigger rear end in it, small block Chevy, and started playing.
Over 40 years of pulling our friend Terry Patterson from Elizabeth, Illinois. Thank you, sir. Congratulations. Nice run there from Chris Mallett out of Memphis, Missouri. The Mama Don't Know tractor, 322.07 at almost 29 miles an hour.
Chris Mallett with the Mama Don't Know goes 322.07.
And on the equalizer sled, Austin Miller is going to try to win the season championship with this fast. Watch that speedboard, folks. Hope he don't speed.
That was Ryan Miller.
15.4.
5 million, 1066 International.
Going to put him in the mix.
Goes 15.4 miles per hour at 332.18.
Time still in the lead at 333.
Where's Tyler West?
2 pullers left.
What?
Ryan
Where's Tyler
Miller
West?
out of Walker, and then Dan Arnold will be back.
He kind of stopped coming
Also
here.
out of Walker, Iowa.
All right, so
You mean with the group in general?
Austin Miller has been eliminated here from winning the points championship based on Dan Himes' run and Austin's current run. We'll see what Brother Ryan comes up with here next time down the track.
Well, you can bet he was sitting back there watching, trying to get some notes, get some idea how to make that thing go. Here comes an Elkie burner over on your side there, Andy.
Yeah, first
Next
one of
up
this
on
class.
our light limited Superstock side is Dave Zenz out of Potosi, Wisconsin.
Visited with
A
both
white
these guys
125 he
earlier.
calls Z-Ride.
The appreciation dinner that we had over the noon hour before the Iowa State game was on the big screen. That was when the Hawkeyes were doing well.
Iowa State game. Just
Should have left it there. Should have left it there. Iowa would have won. It's going well.
my daughter is a Cyclone fan, so she's already rubbing it in on the cell phone here, sending me all kinds of funny texts. But I'm busy, I can't answer her tonight.
And our two-out farm side would be Ryan Miller, actually. Austin Miller at the 5 millionth. Ryan Miller will be up next to Double Trouble.
Spent some time with Mr. Jones out at Bowling Green, Ohio a couple weeks ago.
Alrighty, guys. We got Ryan Miller and Steve Lanto down here. They're kind of teamed up with that summer mistress. And I'll tell you what, there's a 2-day East Central Iowa point champion. We're going to hold on just for a second. Back down to there in a moment. 311.98, two-time ECI champion Dave Zenz there on the Z-Ride, and that's about 20 feet outside of first place with the two championship on the line. Double trouble out there right now, Ryan Miller.
Dave Zenz on the light limit super side will go 311.98.
329, going to keep him out of the money also.
All right, fellas, I got both these guys standing here. They are the 2-day footage champions. They pulled the most.
Ryan Miller goes 329.33.
Down here. This is fantastic. You guys had a hell of a ride. Ryan, tell us a little bit about your ride here tonight.
Oh, it was, didn't think I was going to do very good. It seemed like the sled hit really hard at the end, but it was doing all right.
You guys been tag teaming this truck for some time?
Thanks to everyone for watching. Please leave a like, leave a comment, let me know where you're from. Share this video around, subscribe to my channel. Moose Track Point Beers. Got about 2 weekends left for me, and that'll be it for the 2024
All right,
season.
well, ladies and gentlemen, Steve Lanzow and Ryan Miller, the 2-day winners of the most footage bowl here.
Up next on the Two Act Farm side will be your test hook who took the option and dropped to last position will be Dan Arnold with the Smoking Money John Deere.
That's a tough trophy to win, by golly. Did a good job.
Only the second win of the season, by the way. Those folks.
Dan Arnold getting ready to go also out of Walker Riley. He was our test puller out here. Turned down a 298.7, which looked like a pretty good idea at the time because everybody else is over 300 feet. Has to beat a 333.2. Dan Hines sitting out there, and he's 966. So here's your chance, John Deere fans. We have an international lead. John Deere on the starting line. Let's see what happens.
Dan currently serving as the vice president of the East Central Iowa Pullers. Puts in a lot of thought, time, and effort behind the scenes and during the off season to make sure that entertainment like tonight is able to take place, and making arrangements and coordinating of activities and finding volunteers.
Lots of stuff goes on behind the scenes.
Answering questions about rules and updating rules and all of that stuff is all part of what makes East Central Iowa Pullers able to continue after 29 seasons of professional truck and tractor pulling and putting on quality motorsports entertainment event for you folks here tonight.
29 years is a pretty good run.
I'm excited to see what, I know there's some things in the works for the 30th anniversary next year, so stay tuned for that.
Dan Arnold bringing the RPM up. Here we go. Smoking Money. Turned down at 298, come back and pull the
14.6 miles an hour at 320.56
on his first pass. Not going to get him up into the winner's circle at all. Had two of them disqualified for speed, Steve Spalla and Kellen Brownell. We are working on see who is the season championship in this class. Emily up here doing the typing and figuring and ciphering and everything else.
Yeah, and actually Colin Brownell was in the mix here as well in this class.
Next up, our light limits
So that
side.
will move
Will
large
be a
for
white
him.
tractor called the Iron Horse. Not sure on the driver. Just tuning in, we are live in Rockwell, Iowa, Chainbreakers for night 202, the season finale of the East Central Iowa Pullers Association. All 13 ECI championship classes are here. All 13 championship crowns will be decided tonight.
We'll read off the order of finish for the 11,000 pound too hot to farm here.
You know what the best way to win a season championship is, Phil? Win the championship hole.
Yeah, that's right. Last hole of the year, you bet.
And
no pressure. We'll do that after this plate goes down through there.
Iron Horse Tractor coming up next, I believe. Talked to Sean a little bit. Bear did in the Angry Farmer area last night, and he said, you know, we've been having turbocharger issues, and we're going to go ahead and make the change. So they worked all night to get this tractor put back together with the prior version of the turbo. So we'll see if maybe it runs a little bit better here this evening.
She kind of didn't run real good last night.
Hasn't for a couple of weeks, he was saying. It's some of the outlaw hooks as well. Distance 335.84 is where Don Newton steps in the lead. This is Sean Reed driving the Iron Horse.
Better run right there.
Much better. Much better.
Yeah, a lot of trouble Sean did last night. Very good run from tonight. Not falling at 312.90.
Distance there for Sean, and you got results here in the two hot farm class.
All right. Your winner tonight and your season champion, unofficially,
If my math is correct,
out of Delhi. Second place, Scott Rocher out of Urbana, 332 and 9. About a half a foot separating first and second. Austin Miller out of Walker, 332 and 1. Doug Martin, fourth place out of Fairbanks, 332 and 0. And a nice pass there on the manure spreader Mafia.
Next up on our west track on the Purple Equalizer sled will be our 9,500 pound, 3,000 RPM hot farm tractors. Rules include running a 20.8 by 38 inch tire, full fire suit, the helmet, and roll cage, kill switch, 3,000 RPM limit with a 0% tolerance. You can run 466 cubic inches with an intercooler or 640 cubic inches with no intercooler.
Dan Arnold out of Walker in the smoking money last. He was the first and the last puller in the class. And unfortunately, DQ'd for speeding was Colin Brownell and Steve Spala.
a lot of people ask, Phil, and we can talk about the speed limit and the necessity of it. You know, why we have it and that sort of thing. There are good reasons for it. However, that speeding penalty last night for Doug Martins and its impact on the championship.
Oh, yeah.
That. Colin tonight, speeding.
That gets expensive. Just in pride, bragging rights.
It's severe. There's no doubt about that.
All right, fellas, we got Dan Hines down at the
Next up
winner's
on our light limited superstock side will be Steve Zenz out of Potosi, Wisconsin on an 1855 hour.
The winner of tonight's book. So we have a banner up here. We're going to get a photo op if Emily could get over here by chance. Get up here, Dan. We're going to do a little bit of a photo op. We do have a mug and a banner for you here tonight. And I'll tell you what, Dan, you did a hell of a job. It's a tough field out there. Kind of tell us what you've been thinking all day long.
I try not to think. I think it's easier that way.
If this is your first points championship, isn't it?
Correct, yep.
How many years you've been pulling with East Central Iowa trying to achieve this goal?
I think I've been pulling with this guy since 2015 or 16.
You've done a hell of a job. I've announced you many a times, and I'll tell you what, Dan, you did a very, very good job of driving here tonight.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
All right, Mr. Dan Hines. What do you think of that run?
I don't believe that Oliver run that good when it was coming off
new leader in our light limit super stock. Steve Zenz goes 340.08.
Steve Zenz out of Lancaster, Wisconsin. Knocked John Newton back a peg with that run, and just to kind of close the loop there with champion Dan Hines. So only the third win of the season for him in this class. Consistently placing in the top 5 to win his first ECI championship. Great honor, great guy, and congratulations to him.
Brian Steffen backed up to the equalizer sled. We're starting 9,500-pound hot farm tractors right now. Brian Steffen out of Zwingle on a 766.
Well, yeah, so here's another
First
one.
up on a 9,500-pound, 3,000 RPM hot farms is Brian Steffen out of Zwingle, Iowa with a 766
Brian came
international.
in last night with a 12-point lead. I believe it was over Tim Vorwald. Mr. Vorwald won. Brian finished 5th with 4 points so far.
Yeah.
So here we go. Points leader is on the track, and first up tonight,
First puller, test puller. So is he going to go down through there and keep it or not?
find out.
Andy, when you get a chance, you need to announce to us who our 2-day champion is here tonight.
By golly, I don't
Good
know.
run for Brian Steffen right there.
That down or take it.
As our test took goes 333.66.
333.66, 30.5 miles an hour, by the way, there. Austin Miller is the 2-day weekend champion in the 2 hot farm class.
I'm looking for you, Austin. Austin Miller, make your way down to the stand down here. We got a little prize for you, the 2-day champion plaque.
He was our test puller, went 333 and 6. He says, by golly, that felt pretty good. Everybody else is going to chase me. We're going to take that. So
Next up on our light limited super stock side would be Darren Heineck
333 and 6.
out of Eddyville, Iowa with John Deere 4010 he calls Possessed.
Right behind him in points.
Why not?
Sure, what the heck. Started off. Tim's also our president of the East Central Iowa Tractor Pull Association.
I got Brian Steffen right down here on 5th row. Brian, that's a tough call to make. How'd it feel, buddy?
Felt really good. Starting line was great. Everything went great. It drifted a little right on me, but I had to let it go because I really didn't want to touch the brake after 200. Now I'm going to just start hoping and praying for the next 2 minutes.
Oh, Grady, you heard it straight from the man. I'll tell you what, he's sitting in the seat thinking, boy, did I make the right move. A lot of real estate to cover here tonight.
Tough call, as you mentioned, but pretty good run there for Brian, who has some superstitions, we found out, by the way, in terms of game day meals and that sort of thing. So we'll see if that holds up. As the 4-time defending champion, Tim Vorwald, comes up here in a little bit. Points leader in the light limited super stocks here. Needs a good run, though, to win the championship. Darren Heineck out of Eddyville, driving Possessed.
They look so nice in that front end comes up.
Not gonna get it tonight, not gonna take the lead. Darren goes 338.38.
Place in the points, and that will be good enough unofficially for Darren to win the light limited super stock season 1 championship.
30.8 mile per hour knocking on the door of 31 again. And on the equalizer sled, Tim Vorwald.
Next up on the hot farm side, Tim Vorwald, Scottsboro, Iowa with a 450 called Barnyard doing a 4-time defending hot farm champion.
To win the championship.
Yep, sure can here with this pass. And defending his crown, by the way, Darren of the Possessed tractor. Won the championship in 2017 with a different tractor, 2018 and 2019, but hasn't won it since. So it's been a little bit of a break for him, but it looks like he'll reclaim his spot on the top of the podium.
Nobody dominates the tractor pulling for very long. It's just things change. It don't take much to change in equipment. Somebody steps up, you don't. All of a sudden you're not 337.5, 32 miles per hour takes over the lead from Brian Steffen. 337.5. Wow.
Goes 337.52 to take the
See,
lead.
now it kind of goes between if somebody gets in between them or not.
And how many of them?
Yeah, that's right. It's going to take a couple to get in between them. Tough competitive class, 9,500-pound hot farm tractors right here in Rockwell, Iowa. Folks, you might want to put on your
Decent
calendar
sized crowd
for
tonight.
the North Iowa Nationals next year.
It's always hard
is
to
July
get the best crowd
31st
when it's
and
a new
August
venue. You
1st
gotta give it a
and
couple of years,
2nd.
let people get
Hey,
in the
Gino, how
flow
you
of
doing?
things with it,
Hey, Brian.
allow it to be known
Good to see
more
you.
on their calendars, let them mark their calendars to come here. Next up on our light limited super stock side will be Craig Hall, the IH656. He was last year's ECI points champion in the light limited super stocks.
In ECI, but had a little mechanical problems with it, so they're done for the year until they get it fixed.
I think those mechanical problems might be a bit more than a little,
Maybe a little.
from what I saw. All right, we got Austin Miller up here in the winner's circle. He's our two-day champion with the footage. Austin, you've been doing a tremendous job of driving. I'll tell you what, it had to feel good. Last night, you took home the win.
Yeah, it's been a pretty good weekend, I'd say. Pretty cool. I get 2 pieces of hardware to take home. I've never won one piece of hardware ever before.
That's awesome. I'll tell you what, I'm happy for you. You did a hell of a job here tonight. Thank you for being a part of this deal here tonight. Give us a round of applause, folks. Austin Miller. Absolutely, a new leader there with Craig Hall and Oculus.
Craig Hall gonna take over the lead right there by mere
0.13.
inches, 340.13.
The leader has been equal to 340.08 feet. And Craig
5/100ths of a foot to just beat him by. Steve Zenz had to lead at 340.08.
about a half an inch.
Craig goes 340.13.
It's a sport of inches, right?
It is.
It certainly can be.
No doubt about it.
Or tenths of a mile an hour, as we've been talking about.
High-priced honey over here gonna match my winning 50-50 tickets up here. Mike Maker out of Strawberry Point on the 3688 industrially colored tractor.
Up next are 9,500 Hot Farms out of Strawberry Point, Iowa. Mike Maker, the yellow industrial
Kind of
5488.
turned the
He goes
corner with that
high-priced
tractor
honey.
this year, but he hasn't actually picked up the win since Osage here about a month ago. 337, the distance to beat. Tim Borwald has the lead for the high-priced honey tractor.
I think he got real close to that chalk on the right-hand side. Had to tap that brake to bring himself back around. And anytime you got to tap the brakes on them things, you know what happens? It costs
Mike
you in
gonna
the
go
end.
329.49.
329 and 4 at over 31 miles per hour. 329 and 4 going to put him back in third place, about 8 feet behind Tim Borwald. If you could hear me in the pit, if you lost your mug on the way back to your hauler, we have it up here in the announcer stand. Rockwell Night 2 winner, the tumbler from the ECI organization, we have it up here in the announcer stand if you can hear me in the pit.
Let's get your results from the 6,200, 6,500 pound light.
That's going to end up our class in the light limited super stocks.
Craig Hall and Oskaloosa.
That last team's gonna win it.
340.13 is also the 2-night distance winner, so congratulations to Craig. Steve Zenz finishing second. Third place to Darren Heinen. Fourth place, Don Newton. Fifth place, Chris Mallett. Season champion. By way of the results tonight, Darren Heinen on the Zest tractor, so congratulations. Darren and Bill on the, I believe it's their fourth ECI championship in this class.
Good, solid class of pulling right there. The light limited supers are just so even between everybody. It's a tough class to win in. Brian Searin out of Washington, Iowa. 4630, he calls total recall. Backing up to the equalizer sled on the west track.
Alrighty, down in the winner's circle, looking for Darren Heineck and Craig Hall, the red and the green. They're taking
Next
home
up in our
there
9,500 pound, 3,000 RPM hot farm class is Brian Syrian with the total recall John Deere. He is the only one in this class running a 640 cubic inch motor with no intercooler. And we're going to start on this side. We're going to start our 8,000 pound 2.6 Pro Street disc trucks.
At Champion Seed, you can play at champion.com and find out more. Beautiful sign-up trailer that they provide. Also, tents for the season championship winners that we are crowning tonight. Larry Van Wyck with the Champion Seeds in attendance. And it's been a great couple of years, Larry. Thanks for all your support.
Yes, Andy, it has. It's been a pleasure to be with ECI.
More from Larry coming up.
Man, you can really hear that thing. It's got a lot of torque on that tractor. Not going to take the lead though. He falls in at 333.56.
3 and 5, going to put him in third place by about 10,000ths of a foot, 10/100ths of a foot.
Between third and second?
Yes.
Wow.
Yep.
Wow, there.
333.56 to 333.66.
Wow. And that could also impact the championship if he finishes between Tim and Brian Steffes too. So, which he didn't. That's
No, he didn't.
As very well could be.
No.
Anyway, Larry, we appreciate
First
the
up, our
support here.
26 truck side,
Great to have you in attendance tonight.
Boosted Pleasure
Champion
Dodge.
Seed around here looks pretty good too.
Yeah, it does. I mean, I've talked to a lot of drivers that tried our seed and got a lot of good reports. And so just proud to be part of this organization. And I want to thank the Lions Club to have us come in here. This is quite an honor for us to come in here and give you guys a show.
We're glad to have you as well. PlantChampion.com is how you can find out more about Champion Seed. Test puller in the 8,000 pound 2.6 Pro Street Diesel pickup truck class is the points leader, Kurt Smalley on Boosted Pleasure.
Good hook for our first up in our 260 truck class. Kurt Smalley goes 344.86.
Ground speed is everything, and he had all of it right there. On the west track, Doug Whitman out of Edgewood. The Renegade Ollie, another Oliver out of Charles City in 1855 this time.
Next up, our 9,500 hot farm side, Edgewood, Iowa, is Dennis Wegman. Renegade Ollie, 1755 Oliver. I think he had a little unfortunate breakage last night.
They will be
I think he broke a crossover too, but he did get it fixed. He's back here for night number 2.
in a class or two. It'll make a whole lot of noise and be a whole lot of horsepower going on these tracks.
Still looking for our season champ, Mr. Darren Heide and Craig Hall. We got a lot of awards down here.
So, got under the turbo there a little bit.
Renegade Ollie gonna stop short at 313.32.
313 and 3. Had to go another 10 feet to get into the second place.
I'd like to thank everyone for watching. Please leave a like. If you leave a like now, it lets people who are scrolling through YouTube realize, hey, there's this live stream going on from this awesome truck and tractor puller in north central Iowa. Maybe I should check it out. Maybe I should put it on my calendar for next
One
year.
of our local sponsors.
Leave a comment, let them know where you're from. Share it with your friends. If they're not doing it tonight, they don't want to watch college football. This is a better option in my opinion.
Marsden Seed,
And subscribe to my channel, Moose Tractor Pulling Videos. By the way, if you are just tuning in, we are live from night 2 of 2 for the season championship finals for the East Central Iowa Pillars Association here at Chamber Acres in Rockwell, Iowa. Usually hosts to the North Iowa Nationals in August. Decided, hey, we need to get some more use out of this venue. Let's invite these guys up. These guys really know what they're doing. They're a professional association.
Cool Ready Mix, Coviska Electric, Mike Hansen Custom Carpentry.
Right now, we're running 260s trucks and 9,500 pound, 3,000 RPM hot farm tractors. Our 260s truck side come up next is Matt Brown with the She Said No Dodge.
Each and every one of the generous sponsors that we have here. We couldn't do it without them. We love seeing seats in the seats, folks. That's all for you. That's why we do this. But we couldn't do it without the generosity of a whole lot of sponsors.
Next up, Matt Brown, the She Said No truck, bingo.
Good run from Matt there. Not going to take the lead. He does go 336.32.
Stayed off of it.
Defending champion, by the way, in this class is Matt Brown. This year we didn't see him for the first 8 half of the season, so he's not competitive in the points race. 336.32 at 30 miles an hour, so a nice run. Pick up.
Moving right down through there. Kurt Bockenstead out of Edgewood. 1066, he called Andy Pandy Sweetest Candy, named after his daughter.
Next up, the Andy Pandy Sweetest Candy 1066 International on our hot farm track. Kurt Bockenstead out of Edgewood, Iowa is the driver tonight.
Down here, our season champion. I'll tell you what, Darren, you guys had a hell of a class this year. You had a lot of fun. Tell us about how it went for you kind of all year. It was pretty tough running, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was very tough. Competition's really well. I still be saying it, but I kind of struggled this year. It just seemed like we struggled to get down the track. Come up with several wins though, so I get to be happier. We're pretty pumped up.
Very good, Mr. Heineck, and I'll tell you what, we got a picture of him down here with the points championship. It's well deserved, and I tell you what, you've been outstanding with the club, one of our big sponsors. Thank you very much to Mr. Darren Heineck on the tractor called Possessed for the points champion. All right, coming up next, we got Craig Hall, if I've got time for it, or I'll wait till his tractor's done. God, let's wait for Kurt Bockenstead here, trying to beat 337.
Good, strong pass right there, 324.
Box are gonna go 324.15.
Tractor balanced very, very well. Front end did not come way up like we've seen on some of them tonight. Carried about just a few inches up off the track and did a nice job of going. 324-1.
And we'll go back down there. He's got not only this year's season championship in Darren, but last year's as well, and tonight's winner and the distance winner, Craig Hall.
Folks, if you haven't had supper tonight, right behind the announcer stand here, the Rockwell Lions have their food stand. They've got some excellent hamburgers, cheeseburgers, and some king-size hot dogs back there. Also adult beverages, sodas, chips, beans. Got a whole meal back there. Also on the east side, there's a food truck over there.
Then we'll get the bear coming up here. Winning lethal injection. Nice run at 340.80 for Colton.
340.80 Colton Sweat
out of Wisconsin. Now we go back to the Angry Farmer winner circle. What have you got there? Well, I'll tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, he came from Oskaloosa, Mr. Frank Hall. Hey, you had quite a weekend here. You had a lot of fun with that little 656. Just had a lot of fun. Good track. You better believe it.
340.80 of Colton Sweating. Lethal injection power stroke.
I tell you what, that's quite an accomplishment. 2 bursts out of the deal. That's quite a ride. You bet. Great. All righty, had a very tough class all night long. I tell you what, Don Newt was chasing everybody into Mr. Heineck's tractor. You guys really put on a great show, and I look forward to seeing you again next year.
Thank you.
All righty, folks, that's Mr. Craig Hall.
Got a lot more action packed tonight. Still have Super Farm tractors, and we got 85 Limited Pro Stock tractors, 4 Unlimited Pro Stock tractors.
Yeah, really nice.
We got Farm Stock tractors, Improved Stock full drive trucks, Super Modified tool drive trucks, 360 hot stock tractors, and our special deciding factor class, the $10,000 purse to win modified full drive truck class. They follow PPL rules.
Here we are, wasting away to nothing.
You run open cubes, but you must run 6,200
We got a lot of
pounds.
stuff to talk about, and we're presenting a lot of awards. And
Up next, Austin Amon,
last night went over 5 hours, so some stamina could come into conditioning could come into play here
I was
this
getting
evening.
weak last night. Austin Amen out of Farley, 856. He calls Wildfire will be the last puller in the 9,500-pound hot farm tractors. Tim Borwald still leading it. Oh, I thought he was going. Got under the turbo, RPMs go down, you know how the turbos work. You have to keep the RPM up to keep that turbo feeding the motor with fresh air. When the RPMs goes down, the boost goes down, everything goes downhill.
Brand new truck up next. Last night's winner. Finally, talked to Nate a little bit earlier today. He said they might have got the settings right on this truck last night. Never satisfied on a Lancaster, Wisconsin coming your way.
Austin Amon on the hot farm side went 320.72. He will be the last hook in that class. This was Nate Weber, the Never Satisfied, out of Lancaster, Wisconsin, on our 260s truck side. He went 341.87.
Austin Amen 327 in the Wildfire tractor, 31 mile per hour. Pretty close class all the way through. Everybody over 320.
You know who was maybe was most excited about Austin Amen's finish? Brian Steffen.
Oh, yeah.
We'll explain here after the result.
All right. Here's where we finished up in the class tonight. Tim Borwald, our club president, wins the class tonight out of Scotts Grove, Iowa, 337 and 5. Right behind him is our points champion, Brian Steffen, I believe, for the year out of Zwingle, Iowa.
An update, if you do follow ECI, as an association, Tim Borwald is your 4-time defending champion in the 9,500-pound hot farm class, and he has been defeated. His streak has been defeated tonight by Brian Steffen, who is now your 2024 champion. And now we have an exhibition coming up on our hot farm side. This is a 640 Pro Farm, who usually runs Badger State / the PI Motorsports area. And the reason he can't run as a points earning, distance earning vehicle is because he has an intercooler, which if ECI's rule is if you run a 640 cubic inch motor, you cannot have an intercooler.
They finished 1-2. Tim takes the victory again tonight.
So get her done. There'll be an exhibition up here.
So Tim Borwald is your distance winner. He's your 2-night winner.
Looks like it's going to be Scott Burkhart driving,
who
is the former owner of this.
Takes home the season championship. Congratulations.
And Zach Mack will come up on your 260 truck side with the late nights and long necks.
And I promise you one of the most exciting.
Again, this modified full drive class coming up last class tonight. You're not going to want to miss it.
Fun to listen to.
And he's with me right now, and I'll tell you what, this young man, he's an expectant dad here pretty quick. You got to be on an ultimate high. Tell us your experience and what you were thinking tonight.
Well, coming in tonight, I had a terrible night last night. Kind of down and out, but I had a buddy come up from home to calm me down and pop the sled for me and back my way into this, but I'm going to take it, so I'm quite happy right now.
I'll bet you are, and I'll tell you what, this is a fantastic hook you guys had all year. I'll tell you what, you got
group of guys that I pulled with this year was the best group of guys you can ask for. I appreciate Tim and all his help. And Kurt and Wigman, Darren, Maker, Amos, all of them. It's just a great group of guys, and I appreciate it.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, give it up. I'll tell you what, Brian, that was a great interview. Brian Steffen, the winner here tonight, and the point champion this year. Excellent. Final pickup coming your way as Zach Knock out of Gladbrook. Oh man, 339.78. Zach Knox run out of Gladbrook.
Zach Knockout, Gladbrook, Iowa, right there. Nice long neck's gonna finish up at 339.78.
We'll place him into third place. We'll have final results coming your way. This class is going to finish, I believe, everybody within 4 feet, so extremely close once again. And you had an exhibition poll there,
We
Phil,
did
as
have
well.
an exhibition poll. We had King's batteries in my mic. I guess I'm talking too much or something.
I did not say that. I didn't say it.
I said that. Scott Burkhardt out of Wisconsin. And to get her done, had to come out an exhibition pass 303 and 3. So we appreciate it.
303.3.
We are going to
303.33 for Scott Burkhardt on the exhibition pass.
All right, we got Mr. Tim Borwald, our president down here, and I'll tell you what, Brian nailed it. He loves pulling together with you guys. Tim, you've done a terrific job with the club. We had a privilege here tonight, and you had a hell of a hook here. You
Next
won
class
the,
coming up
the night winner. You
on
won
the
2
West
days
track on the
total
purple
footage.
equalizer sled. There's
You
going to be
gotta
our
be an awesome
8,500
rock
pound
in this deal.
limited pro
Yeah,
stock
I can't
tractors, 4 and 6 cubic inches. They got to run at a. They can have an air cooler, and they have 24.5 by 32 inch tires. One single
I'll
3x3
tell you
turbo.
guys, this has been a fun season for the hot farm division. All the competitors are very tough in this class.
Yeah, everybody's super tough. I mean, any one of us can win any night. I got fortunate, I won both nights this weekend. Yeah, I wanted one person to get it to clean me in time, but all I can say is I still got better percentage of winning on it.
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. He's not only our winner, but he's our president. He does one hell of a job. Give it up for my friend and the boss man, Mr. Tim Borwald.
Yeah, congratulations to Tim on the wins back-to-back here tonight, and I believe 7 and 8 on the season. Great season, no doubt, but his 4-year reign as class champion does come to an end. Brian Steffen, who I believe has won his 3rd ECI championship here tonight. So Tim's got 4, Brian's got 3. This class will be fun to watch in 2025 as well. There's no question about that. 466 class, limited pro, 8,500 pounds is what they weigh, Phil, coming up on
Here
the
we go.
one track
First up,
here.
at
next.
8,500 pound limited pro class, Kyle Sullivan of Manchester, Iowa. The silent partner on
Silent
Case
partner
Age.
unknown, he calls it. IH 400 HD is what he's sitting in the seat of. He'll be our test puller in the class. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 tractors in this class. Should be a lot of fun to watch. Kind of up and down with the rear end all the way down
You
the
saw
track
the
with that
bouncing,
thing, and it's gonna
and you heard
cost
the
him some
whine in
distance.
the rear end, and maybe because I think
If
his
it was
clutch
me,
is
I
slipping a
think
little
I'd turn
bit.
it down, but that's not me.
Going at
316 and 1. And he turns it
316.12,
down, okay.
and he's going to turn
Every
down that
time
hook,
that thing
come
gets
back
to
there.
bouncing, the front end, the back end comes up, you'll lose a little traction on those great big bullet tires back there, 24, 5, 32s. And it's going to cost in the end, and he knew that. He could feel it going down there. You could hear it too, the RPM up and down, up and down.
Kyle, a veteran driver, of course, past PCI champion in pickups a few years ago, won with this tractor. Back in 2021, sitting 3rd in the points here tonight. This is a class, too, where there could be a change. Gary Bontrager would have to finish about last, and
Elmer Van Donslaar would need to
There we
finish
go.
about
First look at our
first in what
7,700 pound,
standings in that
363
light
gauge
limited
hot stock
class
tractor.
with Darren and
Scottsboro,
Don Hughes, but
Iowa.
it could happen.
Justin Borwald on the Hillbilly Blocks. John Deere.
All right, Andy, did we get a rundown of the 2.6 Pro Street pickups yet?
We will do that right now. Kurt Smalley, the season champion, comes out on top tonight at 344.86. Nate Weber in second at 341. Colton Slenick in third. Zach Knock in fourth. Matt Brown in fifth. And Kurt Smalley there also winning the 2-night distance competition here at Rockwell. Come back to you after we get going with the hot stock class. And Justin Borwald, last night's winner on the Hillbilly Deluxe. .69, good run there for Justin Borwald.
Justin Borwald going to go 344.69.
Nate Weber is the 2-night distance winner in that diesel pickup class. Kurt, tonight's winner and the season champion, Nate Weber, though, total distance over 2 nights.
Nice looking double down sled there.
Looks like Mike God is backed up to the equalizer sled once again.
Here we go. Next up, Sumner, Iowa. Mike Gott, 1206 Farmall calls Forever Red.
They call this one Forever Red. A 1206 International. The weight box comes up on it, puts the roll on it right there just past 300 feet.
A little bit of a squeal on that one there at the end of the turbo. Gonna go 309.62.
Each of those weights are 2,000 pounds. The sled itself empty weighs about 30,000 pounds, so these guys are pulling approximately 38,000 pounds down the track when that weight box is all the way ahead. I don't know how many Leroy's got in his, I couldn't count them over there.
Mixed up on our hot stock side.
All right,
Nick
we got
Shirley
Kurt
on
Smalley
Center
down here
Junction,
from
Iowa.
Iowa, right up by the Minnesota border.
Redneck Rescue Farmall.
You had a hell of a pass here tonight, and you pulled it off. You are the champ. How's it feel, Mark?
Yeah, it feels pretty good. I guess it's been a long time coming, so I'm pretty fortunate to get it done this year. Big thanks to my family and Mitch Meinhardt for doing a ton of work to the truck. Couldn't do it without him. Hopefully everybody has a good rest of the night. So thank you.
All right, you heard it from the man. He's our season champ, and I'll tell you what, he did a hell of a job here tonight, and he's the winner here tonight as well. Give it up for him, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Kurt Smalley.
Give a little diesel smoke smell over here, Andy. Gotta love it.
Too bad. Nick Shirley and the Redneck Rescue coming your way in the 360 class.
That's the big yellow sign on the side of the sticker that says A&F. We all know what that means. American Needy Farmers, and I can't agree more. I like to eat.
They do.
Nick Shirley going to go a distance of 334.27.
As well, 334.27. Run there.
Elmer Von Doppler up next out of Roseville,
Elmer Van Donselar
Yeah, so that's
at Rose Hill, Iowa, up next.
To win. And he needs Gary
Calls
Bontrager
it the Mighty Case
have a tough
MX.
run here in this points race.
Gary's down in the class a little bit, so if Elmer's ahead, then no pressure on Gary, right? You won't feel a thing. Right on.
Talked to both of these gentlemen a little bit earlier, and Elmer generally has a smile on his face. And he said, well, we'll see what we can do. And Gary says, you know, I could have made it a little easier on myself with last night's run, which he could have. I said, yeah, but it wouldn't be
near as much fun this way, would it? He said, for me, it certainly would be more fun to have it beside it.
Oh, I don't know. These last 9 wins are pretty impressive that way. It's a lot more fun for the fans, a lot more fun for us up here to talk about it too. Looks like he's ready to go. Here comes Elmer down through there. Mike Gottlieb laid a distance down to 3:09 and 6. Takes over the lead of that pass, 3:14 and
New
3.
leader, 314.32
So it could
for
happen,
Elmer
maybe.
Van
I don't know.
Donslaw.
It's got a lot of class to go yet. Laid down a good one.
Up next on our hot
3:14 and 3.
stock side will be Steve Kiersgaard with the Plowboys Cadillac Farmall
Just
806.
about 5 feet on Mike Gott. And Gary Barntrager was sitting back there saying, uh-oh, Elmer's in the lead. You know, a couple of weeks ago we had the North Iowa Nationals out here. Had a tremendous show, all 5 sessions. Next year is July 31st, August 1st and 2nd. And I don't remember, it was a week or 2 after the North Iowa Nationals, we had a truck show out here, which was a lot of fun also. We had truck drags down the track. We'll talk about that in a minute. This is Steve Kiersgaard on Plowboys Cadillac.
Gentleman has been pulling professionally for over 50 years. 346.1.
Steve goes 346.18 and takes over the lead.
Great run. In fact, don't do a little research here and see. Yeah, that's what I thought. He is still looking for his first win of the season. 3 second-place finishes and 3 third-place finishes. So he's been right.
Next up on the 8,500-pound little pro stock side, Robbie Carruthers, a colorblind 1066.
He, of course, had to check to make sure that it was pure, which it was.
Yeah, all right.
But I know that it would be really exciting for him to take home the...
Final 9 hours
You bet.
to win it. You bet.
You bet.
He's leading it right now with 4 left, it looks like. Back to the truck drags we had out here. They invited a bunch of them. I think we had 70 or 80 trucks out here that day. And we set up a drag race, had a truck show up that got voted best of show and ugliest of show and all that stuff. That was a lot of fun. And we drag raced out here for 200 feet out on the pulling track. Had a
An
Christmas
update
tree
for
out
some
there
fans
and
in the
stuff.
modern full drive truck
And,
class.
had
If you are a
Fred
fan, Rich
Anderson,
Thompson,
20
unfortunately, he
bucks,
didn't
we
go
had a
home.
blast that
But we did
afternoon,
gain
so
Mark Kelly the
keep that in
intense
mind
expense
next year. I
tonight.
think that'll come back and maybe it'll get bigger and better. But we had a good time at the truck show there a week or so after the North Iowa Nationals here in Rockwell. Robbie Carruthers out of Alburnett. Colorblind, 1066, John, 1066 International. Got everything out of that gear that he had in it.
Robbie goes 316.96.
Going to bump Elmer back into second place, 314 and 3.
I believe Kyle Sullivan turned down 316 also, didn't he?
Yes, he did. 316 and 1. That's going to put him in second place right now.
Next up on the hot stock side, Ron Niemeyer, 1855 Oliver.
Glad that wasn't my decision, Andy. I'll tell you what. He was a little... That was a nice pass that Kyle made, I thought. But I wasn't in the seat. It's not my decision, so... Folks, don't forget the 50-50 girls are right over here to my right. Somebody is making a $20 purchase as we speak.
Ron Niemeyer out of Nashua there on the Oliver 1755. It just needs a 328.
Actually, it's a 1755 Oliver. He goes 328.84, 328.84.
I love watching little Auburn run. They just, I kind of like them, I guess. I worked there for not quite 10 years, and after I got out of service, I went to work right there.
Hate to be the bearer of bad news also to some people, but
We got laid off there.
I did come up here with a family of pullers, and I'm kind of at their expense tonight as to what I can film. So unfortunately, I will miss the improved stock full drag trucks for tonight.
When I worked there, I think there were 25 or 26.
But I most likely will be able to get every other class besides them, unfortunately. I didn't catch them last night, though.
Laminated pieces of cement.
So sorry about that.
Mark Wiggins out of Prairie City.
Here we go, out of Perry City, Iowa, coming up next on the 85 Limit Pro side. Mark Wiggins
John Deere coming up.
with the Demon Deer. He was last year's
316 and 9.
8,500-pound light limited pro stock champion with the Outlaw Association.
Yeah, saw Mark pull in a little bit earlier today. Good to have him with us.
I see Steve Kiersgaard down here, and I'm looking right at him. He's got kind of a grin in his face, but he says, you know what? I know what's coming. And that Farmall 560 is backed up to the sled. I tell you, there's some real estate to cover here. And the 560, I definitely think Andrew Borwell can handle it, but we'll see what happens.
He is the points champion this year. He is Andrew Borwald with 9 wins on the season. Will be his 4th consecutive points championship as well in this class.
On our hot stock side is Andrew Borwald, the Farmall 560 out of Scottsboro,
A
Iowa.
couple superstitions too that
Oh, yeah?
competitors like to have a little bit of fun with.
We got one guy that doesn't eat chicken on the day of bull day, he calls it. He will not eat chicken.
Yeah, and we're going to have to hear more about that probably now with what's happened.
I'm curious now.
And a ketchup phobia would be another one.
There is a ketchup phobia.
Oh, is that right?
Anyway, got to beat 346. That's the leading distance from Steve Kiersgaard. The points champion Andrew Borwald is next.
On the west track, Mark Wiggins out of Prairie City, the Demon Deer coming at you. There's a good strong tractor right there. 340 and 9. 340 and 9. Put about, golly, 24 feet on second place.
Now Andrew Borwald coming at you.
How about that from Andrew? Right on into the lead he goes with that run.
Mark Wiggins on the 85 Limited Pro side goes 340.95. And Andrew Borwald's going to take the lead on this side. Andrew goes 352.16.
East Central Iowa Pullers proudly presented by Rexco Equipment. Offering a comprehensive range of compact and heavy machinery tailored for your construction or ag needs with a commitment to excellence, their equipment boasts durability, efficiency, reliability, all ensuring no job is too big or terrain is too tough. Rexco is your local dealer of Bobcat, Link-Belt, X-Smart, C&D trailers and tune equipment. Backed by a dedicated team providing unparalleled support, Rexco Equipment is more than just machinery. It's a trusted partner empowering progress and empowering success in the construction industry. 6 locations in Des Moines, Davenport, Sigourney, Burlington, Cedar Rapids, and Farley, or online. RexcoEquipment.com, the official equipment partner of the East Central Iowa Pullers Association and proud sponsor of the season championship points banners. Rexco Equipment, Rexco Bobcat, proud supporters of the East Central Iowa Pullers.
On the west track, Gary Lucas out of Aledo, Illinois, Little Beach Farmer, 1466. Has to make a mighty tug out there to catch Mark Wiggins. Mark just went 340.9, just shy of 341 at 30.5 mile per
Mark
hour.
Wiggins.
Great pass
Still in the
on
lead.
that one.
And we got
putting him
Lucas
Team
Aledo,
Armor,
Illinois,
I
the
guess,
Mean Farmer,
Elmer
1066
Vietnam's championship hopes
on our
here.
85 limit pro side.
Well, Gary's sitting back here, Gary Barntrager's sitting back there watching all this, knowing he's still got to make a good pass out there.
And Max Stroop out of Eddyville, Iowa with the buzzer bait is on our hot stock side. He's got a 4010 John Deere.
Builds the boost, RPM comes up, smoke goes from white to gray to black. Got some nice looking red and blue lights on the front of it. Here we go! Oh yeah, still digging and scratching. Whoa, look at that, we got a new leader. 341.0, just beat 340.9. My golly, look at that, about 1,500. No, 1,100.
Best finish for that tractor this year is 2 third-place finishes. That would be a big step up. Max Roop on buzzer bait in the 360 class is on the track.
Boy, the slab on split operators will let them run tonight, Andy. That's a lot of fun.
Gary Lucas goes 341.06, 341.06 to take the lead in the 85 limit pro side. On this side, Max Stroop with the buzzer bait goes 344.41.
Said, yeah, we got a couple of adjustments that we're going to make from last night to see if maybe we can't get them started a little bit faster. Let them stretch their legs a little bit. Boy, so far, that's exactly what's been going on out on the track.
I wouldn't know what to make an adjustment on air pressure. You know, I don't know. Pump timing, I have no idea what they make adjustments on these diesel
Such a nice crowd tonight for a nice chilly Saturday evening in the second week of
Now they
September.
moved that equalizer sled over a little bit to the left from what everybody else has been
Very
running.
good
If you
crowd.
see those cones back there, folks, on the starting line, each driver or crew chief can put that cone any place across the starting line that he thinks is going to give him an advantage. You see the guys out there with the probes on the track, sticking the dirt and stuff, looking for a good hard piece of dirt to pull on. If they find a spot down on the starting line they think is better than the other one, they'll move that sled over one way or the other, move that cone, and the sled backs up to it, centers itself on it. That's what they're doing when they move back and forth.
Northern Nationals also has a new crow's nest up there tonight for $500. You and a group of
AJ Walker,
looks like 12 to 15 people can go up there, enjoy the
just worth more, he calls
kind of
it,
a crow's nest kind of
1066
view.
International.
Get a case of beer up there, some meal tickets, all that good stuff.
Even Kyle Sullivan
next,
coming back, he turned down
AJ
a
Walker
316
out of Washington,
and
Iowa, just one more on our
well, it looks
8500
now
limited
like a
pro
pretty
stock
good
side.
idea.
There for a while, it looked a little questionable.
Yep.
But
He was probably wondering what he did. Folks, if you can hear me back in the pits, somebody brought up a Rockwell Night 2 winner mug up to the announcer stand they found on a return lane back there. So if you're missing your mug,
If you're wondering what we're watching now, this is Morgan Schulte here, Moose's Tractor Pulling Videos live from the season finale, Night 2
All
of
right, I got Andrew
2 on a
Borwell
Saturday night
down
here
here.
at Chamber
If we
Acres
can
in
do the
Rockwell,
official
Iowa for the
rundown
East Central
yet of our
Iowa
360
Puller
hot stock?
Association
we'll do it
season
right now.
championships.
There, Andrew Borwell, the winner, not only of the class
Got a
tonight,
bunch
but
of
also
action
the
left to go
two-day
tonight, and I'm gonna
championship.
fill
And of course, we knew coming in that he was
90%
going to pick
of
up
the poll
the
tonight.
season championship. I believe 12th one of the year for Andrew. And tonight, Steve Kiersgaard, his 5th second-place finish of the season. Justin Borwell third, Max Roop fourth, Nick Shirley fifth. There, we'll come back to you after our next run. AJ Walker, just one more. He won last night as well. 3:38 even the distance there for AJ, last night's winner in this class. And back
He's
down
your
to
night
the
one
Angry
winner right
Brother
there. He
winner,
goes
Circle Bear and Andrew
3:38
Morwald.
even.
We have Andrew Morwald right beside us. You took home all the hardware tonight, buddy Rowe. I'll tell you what, that 560 runs good. How'd it feel on the track tonight?
I felt a lot better tonight than last night. I was trying to do things this weekend. I knew at one point. Working out.
It is. And you know, we've learned something. Your brother gave up a little secret about you last night. We hear that you don't like ketchup, and you know what I almost did to you today?
Yeah, I know. I don't like it.
We were going to put a bottle of ketchup on that tractor, and he has this phobia over ketchup, and he doesn't like it, but I couldn't do it to you. You know what? You do a hell of a job with that 560, and I tell you what, you've been with the club a long time. How many years have you been doing this pulling thing?
I started with lawnmowers back 14,
I'd like to thank you all for tuning in and watching.
18 years ago.
Please leave a
I
like,
can
leave a
remember
comment,
that.
let me know
I'll
where you're
tell you what,
from.
you used to run
Share
around
this
with
video
us.
around,
You were a
subscribe to my
young
channel,
skater.
please.
You do some bigger time pulling too. Tell us a little bit about this.
Another one that is decided to show up also, besides Mark Wiggins, for night 2, who was not here during night 1, is Chris Bates, coming out of Keswick,
Excellent deal. Well,
Iowa,
ladies and gentlemen,
with the
he's from
unknown.
Scottsgrove, Iowa, Mr. Andrew Morwald, taking home all the hardware this weekend. Congratulations to you, son.
12th win of the season for Andrew. Been dominant in
And that
this
is
class.
the end
Been
of
fun
our
to watch. There's no doubt
362
about
inch
that.
hot stock
Pretty good
tractor.
running tractor he's got there.
It is now time for our 6,200-pound super modified 2-wheel drive trucks. The blower class is going to get loud, and I'm going to put my earbuds in because I am on the close track.
The light limit is modified. The only one that's in attendance tonight. I think the only one that's running.
Excuse me, this is a light limited mod exhibition first.
Owned one, but it's in pieces.
Well, he was going to put it back together, and the boards for the lifters were a little bit floppy. He decided not to do it because it's, you don't want to fuck something up, which is only smart. Keep Black Hemi on the front of that mod over there. On the west track, we got Chris Bates out of Keswick, Iowa. 1066 calls the unknown, has to make a mighty tug to get down there past Gary Lucas at 3:41 and 0.
Yeah, Chris has pulled with us a couple of times this year. The tire issue that he runs into at times in his exhibition, but looks like he's gotten that corrected and finished mid-pack in the points last year in the race. So
Go light limited
certainly
mod
capable. There's
exhibition.
no doubt about that.
Oh yeah, anybody can win on any night in these classes like this. So that's why we have the rules, got to keep it even. That's Jack.
Lighter eye for
That's Jack.
Is it Jack? I can't tell.
That's Jack.
Look at these eyes, how big they are.
312.55 as they all went for quite the ride. And here comes Chris Bates.
Chris Bates, the unknown international.
New leader on 85 million Pro Stock side, 346.93 for Chris Bates.
29.9 mile per hour, not the fastest pass we've seen tonight. But boy, he get a hold of that thing, come out of the hole strong, and it just never got up. 346.93 for Chris.
Yeah, it was an pushing a lot right there for the late limit amount there, but it seems like he had a little more fat last night, and he really turned the wick up on it tonight.
Yeah, he turned down a 316, and the track is coming around. The sun's going down, the moisture's starting to come up a little bit. The track is getting better and better. I don't know if I've ever seen a better pulling track than what we got here tonight, Andy. It's just these guys are getting a hold of it. The front end's coming up off the starting line, and man, oh man, they're putting on a show. We got 4 left in the Limited Pro. Kyle Stepanek up next, come over to us from Menno, South Dakota. And then Gary Barntrager, our points leader at the time.
South Dakota, Kyle Stepanek.
And then we'll
Toxic
have Kyle
56
Sullivan
series
come back around,
international
turn down
next
to
to 8,500 pound limited pro stock
which we
tonight.
wondered about, but he knows more about it than we do.
Well, we'll find out. If he pulls a 314, then, you know.
Okay, yeah, good point.
But it is interesting. There's always a discussion and debate about pulling order. And many opinions among most pullers, whether you want to be first or whether you want to be last or whether you want to be somewhere in the middle. And looks like last is going to be the place to be in this class.
Yeah, well, the way the track's coming around, yeah, it's going to make a difference.
That hot farm class, that Brian Steffen and Tim Orwell were 1-2 in, the place to be was first.
Yeah, well, yeah. I don't know. What do I know? I don't know nothing. Kyle Stepanek getting ready to back up to the equalizer out of Menno, South Dakota. 12:06, he calls Toxic. Has to make a great pass to pass up Chris Bates. 346 and 9.
466 limited pros, by the way, Phil. 470 cubic inch limit, as you might imagine. Single smooth 3x4 turbo. No RPM limit, as we've heard. 24,532. 20.838 or 18.42 tires. Any cut are allowed in this class as well.
You know, fellas, I always was a huge fan of the 1206, the unique look of that tractor. It was way back when the 1206 was built. It is the first Farmall tractor to break that 100 horsepower variant. Firestone actually had to redesign their tires because of that 1206. Just a little tidbit of information.
You bet, Bear. We appreciate that. Can you imagine?
Regular historian over there. It's good to know.
Well, can you imagine sitting at Firestone and the tires start coming apart because the tractor's got too much horsepower for them?
No, I can't imagine.
It's pretty cool, though. The 1206 guys, you know, everybody knows that they're a very sought-after collector. You know, they were built in the middle 60s, and just a cool-looking design.
Absolutely.
Here we go, the Toxic
no doubt
tractor
about
runs
it.
the Outlaws in Nebraska Bush out of Menno, South
Getting
Dakota.
ready to go. Got the green flag, got the green light. Got a red tractor in the middle, sort of.
Perfect.
Good hook for him, though. 343.76 will be a second place run right there.
30.4 mile per hour, 343 and 7. Needed a 347 almost to take over the lead. Didn't quite get it. 343.7. Still an awesome pass for that classic 1206.
It's actually 1206.
Conclusion to this class coming up here, not only in the points race, is Bontrager, Gary Bontrager, your points leader, is next. But we're getting ready for some super modified two-wheel drive trucks on the double down skid on the east track.
They'll make a little noise over there.
9 of them tonight. A couple of more came rolling in about midday today to pull with us here on our final look of the year. Speaking of that, I see McKinsey's still got a few of our local apparel, branded merchandise down there to pick up.
Right over just to the right of the announcer stand is the ECI booth. If you're gonna need a sweatshirt or something, they got some down there, some good looking sweatshirts, jackets, shirts.
Head on down to get one of those jumbo hot dogs or burgers from the Rockwell Lions Club. You can head on over there.
Over on the east side, the food truck over there, I think, is that a ice cream stand? And I think they have a food truck over there also. They brought us some nachos from over there last night. They were excellent.
Yeah, yes, they absolutely were. Many different designs on some of those shirts with ECI apparel. Nikki's got one on here that's got the state of Iowa and the 2024 schedule listed on it. That's pretty cool as well. I might be a little jealous of that.
That does look good.
I've got some tractors on the front of mine. And of course, that's not all she has. She's got some tank tops down there. Hats,
Tank tops might be a
stickers.
little bit out of fashion
Well,
for tonight.
for tonight, but Christmas is coming.
Oh yeah, and it's supposed to warm up next week.
You know, Mac, I just got to thinking, you're a man of history yourself. You've been at this a long time. How many years have you been announcing the tractor pull industry?
I don't know.
Yes, you do.
Talked to Greg Elson. He loves Toma, but he says it's
You're a
still
legend.
around.
You can't count that high, Bear.
I'm something, I don't know about a legend.
He's only got 10 fingers and
There we
toes.
go. Gary Bontrager, the Breaking Barriers points leader.
Anyway.
I started back in Charles City when Lee Lubbock was still running the sled of Alan Thorjohn.
Yeah, the one without a motor.
The one without a motor. The point leader on the track now, Gary Bontrager, breaking barriers. That's not what he had.
5. Not at all.
3:13 and 5. He was bouncing coming down the track, and it cost him in the
It's
end.
not
He
going to
knew
help
it.
this points race.
So
tonight.
the race that's important here is
3:13.5 is what you have to
Donzar. And he did not beat Elmer. He actually finished about a foot behind Elmer. However, I'm not sure there's going to be enough people finished in between he and Elmer to make a difference.
I don't think there's going to be any finish in between them, because we only got 2 left.
I know, and I talked to Gary here a little bit earlier. He said, with a little better run last night, I could have made it a lot easier on myself. Certainly with that run, he's probably saying the same thing, but he may end up squeaking one out. He and Brian Steffen both may end up kind of walking through the back door of the championship here at
We
Rockwell.
haven't seen a lot of tractors bouncing coming down the track. I don't know why he air pressure changed the tires and just guessed wrong. I don't know.
I think this club here.
3:13 and 8 for our points leader at the time.
I think might be the
Leader's sitting out there about 31 feet ahead of him, Chris Bates out of Keswick, 3:46 and 9. Carson Mangelson out of Charlotte, Iowa, up next, another 1466 International. Called Turn Me Loose. He's getting back up to the equalizer sled, and I hear a modified 2-wheel drive motor starting up back there.
Sounds good, doesn't it?
You betcha.
6,200 pound, super modified 2-wheel drive trucks, 575 cubic inches maximum. Maximum of 1471 superchargers, which is what most of them have. There are a couple of turbocharged engines, but most of them have that.
Up next on our 85 Live Pro side is Carson Magnuson out of Charlotte, Iowa with the Turn Me Loose 1066. And our first up car 6,200 pound super modified 2-wheel drive truck class is going to be Matthew Burtz, the Never Satisfied.
Highest hit in tractor pulling is on the 2-wheel drive. Burtz is going to get real loud, real fast over there at each side. If you've got some youngsters over there with tender ears, show them how to put your finger in there.
And if you need earplugs, the Kinsey has some down in the ECI trailer as well.
Almost too late for that. Who's going to go first? Looks like Carson's going to go first. The green flag's out on this side.
Talked to Carson a little bit earlier. He's concerned about the clutch after they couldn't get it in gear after his pull last night. So we shall see 346 edition to beat for Turn Me Loose.
Carson Magnuson gonna go 330.28 on the 85 Lumen Pro side. Matt Bartz on the dual drive side goes 346.78. 346.78.
Gary Mangleson, 330-2 in the tournament loose. Not going to have any effect on the points race between Elmer and Gary. We have one tractor left. Kyle Sullivan will be coming back around the corner out of Manchester. He was our test puller. Turned down a 316 and some change, so.
Matt Bartz has accepted the 346.78 distance in the never satisfied truck, so we are officially underway in the 6,200 pound super modified pickup class.
One left in the 466 Limited Pro. I'm going to go to the 4-1 Limited Pro tractors. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of those. And then we're going to go to the $10,000 to win 6,200 pound modified 4-wheel drive truck. Looks like we lost a few overnight. Some guys, well, I know the winner from last night had to leave.
Yeah, he had a wedding to go to. Two of them broke.
Yeah.
There was another points pull somewhere that a gentleman had to go to. 6 of them, as a matter of fact.
Is that what it is? Yeah. Let's see this.
Next up on our 85 Lumen Pro side will be our test hook. Who dropped his hook. Kyle Sullivan comes back with the silent partner unknown, Case IH. He's out of Manchester, Iowa. And up next on our super modified two-wheel drive side with a sled sight that is set is Wayne Timmerman out of Cuba City, Wisconsin with S10 Chevrolet called Showtime.
466 Limited Pro.
Boy, a bonus pull here. And what a class this has been tonight, huh?
Oh, man.
Hands down, one of the most entertaining, sanctioned by ECI year after year after year. Any of these tractors could win on any given night. All right, here we go. Wayne Timmerman in the Showtime truck up next out of Cuba City.
Clear over on the left-hand side.
Wayne Timmerman
down there.
comes to line at 327.30 for the Showtime.
But he pulled way
Kyle
over
Sullivan
on that
last up to
left-hand
85
side.
Pro.
327.3 the distance there for Wayne. And the final 466 is coming at you.
Yes, it is. We get to look at this one twice tonight. Kyle Sullivan, first puller, our test puller in the class. Quite a while ago, 316 and 1. Let's see if he can do any better. Yes, he did. He put 8 feet on his first pass. Probably went back there and made
Kyle goes 324.84.
324 and 8 is what he come up with the second time. Going to put him back, well back in the pack, but
Will not impact the point race one bit either.
nope, it looks like Gary Bontrager's here.
Just tuning in, we're live from night 2 of 2 of the season finale, the season championships of the East Central Iowa Pullers Association.
What a story.
On a beautiful but chilly Saturday night here at Chamber Acres in Rockwell, Iowa. Right now on our east track on the double down green sled, we're running 6,200-pound super modified two-wheel drive trucks. On the west side on the purple equalizer sled, we just finished our 8,500-pound limited pro stock tractors. And we'll be moving into our 9,500-pound 4.1 limited pro stock tractors. Still have the $10,000 to win mod full drive trucks, a non-sanctioned class coming up, non-points earning class coming up at the end of the night, last class on the west side. Stay tuned. Please like, comment, and share this video around. Let people know this is going on tonight. If they have nothing else to do, and subscribe to my channel. This is Tractor Pulling Videos. I really appreciate everyone for watching.
Chris Bates is your winner tonight with a great pass of 3:46 and 9 in the tractor he calls Unknown. Kyle Stefanik up next out of Menlo, South Dakota in Toxic, 3:43 and 6. Gary Lucas out of Aledo, Illinois, so top 3 pullers in 3 different states. The Little Mean Farmer, 3:41 and 0, 3:40 and 9, just behind him. Mark Wiggins out of Prairie City, the Demon Deer. Tractor called Just One More, A.J. Walker out of Washington, Iowa, right behind him at 3:38. Carson Mangelson out of Charlotte, Iowa, 3:30 and 2 in the Turn Me Loose. Silent Partner Unknown, Kyle Sullivan, we got to see him twice tonight out of Manchester, finishes 7th at 3:24 and 8, 3:16 and 9, Robbie Carruthers out of Elburnett. In the colorblind, Elmer Van Dossel are at Rosehill, Iowa, 3:14 and 3, Gary Bontrager, your point champion in the class for the year out of Kelowna, breaking barriers right behind him at 3:13 and 8. And Mike Gott, we saw him out of Sumner, 3:09 and 6 in the Forever Red International.
Next on our 6,200-pound super modified two-wheel drive truck side is going to be out of Edgewood, Iowa, Jason Sullivan in the Corn Burner 2008 Dodge Dakota, a nice lime green color to it. He is your 2024 PBL Champions Tour two-wheel drive champion. See what he can do tonight.
Well, we'll see. It looks like Duke's getting a little bit better of a hold on that thing, so it might go a little further. There, back up, Duke. There you go.
The Corn Burner up there next.
Nice. How about that?
They did get it up
They
there.
did.
You just weren't quick enough.
Getting really creative, are they, with that
I don't see it.
t-shirt launcher?
Here we go.
.37 the distance there for Jason Sullivan in the Corn Burner.
We're going to blow a little more black smoke in the air on the west track over there. Marty Kuhlman out of Dunkerton. We're going to run with the 9,500-pound 4-1 limited pro stock tractors. 24.532s on the back up, 20-inch hitch height like all tractor classes.
640
cubic inches.
4.1.
4.1 turbo, 4.1 inlet, unlimited outlet.
All right, we got the winner down here, Mr. Chris Bates. I'll tell you what, impressive pass here tonight. What's going on? How'd you feel tonight going down the track, boss?
Felt really good. It had plenty of power right there at the end. Just hung in there and kept digging.
You had a
Next
great
hook,
year so
our first
far.
hook
From what I understand,
on our
that tractor
4-1
does
limited
very
pro stock
well.
side.
That
On the
campaign
west side,
is
we
like-
Mark Coolman,
We started
Dr. 10
in
Iowa's
2016
home.
with it. And
6250 yard
kept
John
going with
Deere.
the whole Western Series, CPO Western Series, full ECI when we can. We've been pulling outlaws this year. It's fun. Go see who's all around there.
Well, very good, very well done. Here's our winner tonight, Mr. Chris Bates out of Ketchwick, Iowa.
Congratulations, Chris. Always great to see him with the East Central Iowa Pullers. Board member for ECI, Marty Coolman on the track now. What do you think of that? 700 horsepower.
First hook of Marty Coolman on the
Down
4-1
through there at
schedule,
over
330,
31 miles an hour.
330.44.
3:30 and 4 for Marty. Oh, he is our test puller. It looked good to me, but he's going to take it. All right.
He will take that hook.
Good pass right there. Good distance to beat. Good sled setting. Officials are happy with it. 330.44.
Next hook on our super modified tool truck side is last night's winner, Nurse Strand, Minnesota. This is going to be Dustin Amundsen with
I am
bottoms
told,
up.
by the way, that he was one of the folks who was instrumental in helping get the double down kid fixed last night.
Yeah. 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 Well, so we tell him.
May as well. May as well.
Yeah. If you folks were here last night, the double down sled over there broke a hydraulic line, 2/3 of the way through the show, and they were scrambling, trying to decide what to do, and Bill Figgenbaum went over to the rope grader over there and said, well, my golly, right here's the hydraulic line we can use. So they borrowed one off the rope grader, but they don't need during the show anyway. And we got a new line on today. Good job on that. There's your winner from last night, folks. If you were here last night, you remember all that smoke show that he put on. About 100 foot, the valve cover gasket on the left-hand side decided to depart itself. And we had a great smoke show, but he knew what it was. He was leaning way out of the side of the cab.
Dustin Amundsen's going to go 326 and .73.
By golly darn it, he didn't win the whole class last night.
All right, we got A.J. Walker down in the winner's circle. He's our two-night winner covering the most real estate. I'll tell you what, son, you've been doing a good job out of Washington, Iowa. That 1066 has been treating you well.
Yeah, it has. Actually, our second two-day championship. We early on the year in May, we went down to Nashville, Illinois.
Next up, going to be,
Barely long.
looks like Bill Figgenbaum out of Chipola, Iowa on the Untamed Again John
Well,
Deere.
congratulations to you,
Next
A.J.
one,
You do a very good
4-1
job with
stock
just
class.
one more tractor. Very well done, sir.
Defending ECI champion in this class. Giving his crown up to Gary Brauntrager, who I just saw headed that direction too, to the Angry Farmer.
You bet.
Circle with AJ
You
Walker.
bet. We got him down here. We're going to try and squeeze this in real quick. We're going to get a photo op. We got to get this taken care of.
Well, I tell you what, Bear. Let's. We've got 326.73 the results for Dustin Amundsen there, which puts him into third place in the class after winning last night. Bill Figgenbaum coming up in just a moment, but real quick, apparently that Sempico oil doesn't clean off the side of the truck very easily that he spilled last night.
I stopped over there at their hauler last night, and he was yelling at me because the oil over the side of it, he was having trouble getting cleaned off. Just the way it is. It sticks to parts inside too, so that's just it.
All right, we got the season champ down here, Mr. Gary Bontrager. I'll tell you what, you did a nice job again here tonight. It's been a hell of a year, hasn't it?
Far more than I expected. It's just been amazing. I was hoping to win a pole, and I managed to do that. And either we did well or we really did poorly, like this last run. But it's been an honor to pull the DCI and get to know everybody. I want to dedicate this to my father.
That's all right.
I lost him 39 years ago. I wasn't doing this at one point.
It's been a very huge tribute to your dad. I get it. Congratulations to you.
7th win or 7 wins on the year for Gary. What a season. No thinking about now.
Leader on the 4-1 side, gonna be
Selection on that
at
tractor.
350.04, 350.04.
Tractor, one of them two that he owns. Last night, Veggie running, Keith Kateska. Bill decided to do the driving tonight, and a good job. He did 350 and 0. Good job of setting that up, Veg. Way to go. I know you did it. I know he did.
You know, I walked up to Bill this morning and said, hey, I heard a new nickname for you last night.
Yeah.
He said, which one?
Next truck up on our 6,200-pound super modified tool drive truck side is going to be a twin turbocharged Chevy Silverado out of Ogden, Iowa.
Yep.
This is Richard Mance. He calls it Murphy's Law.
One of your turbo trucks out there on the track tonight on the double down sled. Making just as much horsepower as the blower motors, but running twin turbos on. Looks like Richard Mance out there out of Ogden, Iowa. Truck he calls Murphy's Law. One of 2 turbo-powered two-wheel drive modifieds we'll have here tonight.
Leading distance so far is the Matt Martin truck, never satisfied. Murphy's Law coming at you now.
Richard is a mechanic at the Chevy Garage down in Boone. Lives in Ogden, not too far from Boone.
306.1 the distance there for Richard.
Richard Mance going to go 306.10. Next up on our 4-1 Limited Pro Stock Tractor side is going to be out of Worthington, Minnesota, Steve Bosmo with a special edition John Deere.
Tension in the pits. The 13,000 farm stock tractors need to report to the scale immediately. Farm stock tractors to the scale immediately.
Backing up to our sled right now. Last night's winner.
Steve was also your last night's winner.
I think Mike's driving, no, Steve's driving, Mike's out front. Okay.
I tell you what, there was a lot of talk and conversation today about that pass that he made last night.
Really? Yeah.
Being
It was amazing.
perhaps the best singular pass of the year in the entire organization. It doesn't happen very often. The rest of the class always competitive. But that was once or twice in a career pull that Steve had last night. I said that to him, and he just smiled.
Oh yeah, he's pretty easy to get along with. I've known Steve a long time. Spent some time with him out at the Bowling Green there a couple weeks ago also, him and Mike. Steve Hausman of Worthington, Minnesota, 60-30. Last night's winner called Special Edition. Not going to get her tonight. 3:35 and 8.
He had the waiting right.
Steve goes 335.8.
But he had to hit that brake just a little bit at about 250 feet. Keep it inbound.
335.80.
And it cost him 335 and 831.5 miles per hour.
Next up on our tool drive truck side.
Yeah, the high maintenance.
Next truck will be the high maintenance out of Swisher, Iowa, Tom Terrell with the Chevy Colorado.
I mentioned, Phil, that this is bringing to an end tonight the 29th season for the East Central Iowa Tractor Pullers Association. Formed in the spring of 1995 as a 504A nonprofit. The purpose of promoting tractor pulling throughout the state of Iowa and operating certain truck and tractor pulling events as sanctioned by the operation. Original board of directors included Rick Evans, Leo Kinzenbaugh, and Steve McAmeal. Since then, we've traveled to over 63 different towns or fairs, promoting about 20 pulls a season with a high of 27 in 2018 and 2019, and 20 this year.
Big 5 John here coming up next to the non-typical buck.
Looks like this should get you to halfway home here in this 4-1.
Pretty close, yeah, pretty close. Jim Lies, out of Turtle Lake, Wisconsin. And he made a great pass, 345 and 3.
345.13 for the non-typical buck out of Wisconsin.
Oh, not quite. 345 and 3. Bill Figgenbaum sitting out there, 345 and 4.
We'll move into second place.
11 hundredths of a foot is what Bill Figgenbaum is leading by right now. 11 hundredths of a foot. Just a tickle over an inch, isn't it?
Inch and a quarter, yeah.
Something like
How
that.
many times tonight have we been talking about that, Phil?
Hundredths of an inch.
That determines the season-long points championship earlier in the 9,500 pound farm class. And that's the absolute truth.
Yeah.
If there would have been one finisher between Tim and Brian, Tim would have won. But there wasn't. Brian finished second by less than a tenth of a foot. Yep.
Yeah.
Less than an inch.
Matt Angel coming around, looks like he's pulling around the equalizer right now. And a 54.88, also out of Wisconsin. top two tractors within a little bit more than an inch apart. Boy, I'll tell you what. This track tonight is unbelievable, folks. It's fooling a lot of these guys. They're coming, front ends are coming way up on the starting line, and they're keeping them up a long ways down the track. You don't want to get that front end, especially like in the two-wheel drives over that 30-inch hitch height. You don't want to get that front end up too high, because when the front end goes up,
Limited Pro Stocks.
hitch
Matt
goes
Angel's
down
driving Scott
on
Burkhart's
the other end of the
5488.
truck, and you will lose some lift on the pan of the sled that way. So a perfect pass and carry your
next one on our tool
front
drive side
tires
is gonna
about
be
2, 3, 4 inches right down the track all the way.
The Wendling family
That keeps that
with
30-inch hitch height
special
right
delivery
there.
C-cap.
Keeps him ready to go. Special delivery, Randy Wendling. The Manchester, Iowa up there next. Little C-cap Ford, I think that is. And on the west track, looks like we're getting the green flag for Matt Angel on his 5488.
Wow, what a run. Over 32 miles an hour for Matt Angel. And here we go with Mitch Wendling on special delivery. By the way, this class, Randy, been riding, driving very, very well all year long.
I did not catch the distance from Matt Angel. I know Randy. Mitch Wendling went 3:27.20 with the special delivery tool drive.
Here, when all is said and done, in just a couple of months on this class.
We got a new leader on the 4-1 Limited Pro 9,500
Matt Angel took the lead from what we hear. 3:47.9 for Matt Angel.
Well, the good news, I guess, for Wild Willie is he's going to get to try it again here.
Yeah, he gets to go his other tractor here pretty soon. His other tractor was one of the first ones to go to 4-1 Limited Pro years ago when they come up with that class. He'd been pulling Super Farm with the instigator for a long, long time. Before he comes out, we got Bryce Rickless out of Anamosa on another international. There he comes around the corner.
Next up on our 4-1 Limited Pro side is going to be out of Anamosa, Iowa, Bryce Rickless with the Red Revolver 1566 Black Stripe International Harvester.
Yeah, tractor backing up here. Is one of the hottest tractors on the ECI circuit. We talked about Gary Bontrager a little earlier. By the way, thanks to one of Bontrager's crew members.
Get some good cheese curds up here.
From the Kelowna Creamery, which are fantastic. So if you get the opportunity,
We might have to get into these here before the show's over.
you will not be disappointed. That and the organic whole chocolate milk from grass-fed cows, regenerative farming practices at the Kelowna Creamery. They do a wonderful job, but we can talk about that later.
That sounds good. Bryce Rickless up here out of Anamosa, station 347-9.
This is your points champion in 2024. First year in the class and looking for win number 9.
My, oh my. That's impressive.
new leader in the revolver right there. 360.5, 360.5.
The red revolver. My, oh my, what a pass. Put 13 feet on Matt Angel. I thought he made a good
13
pass.
feet.
He did.
On first place right there.
No kidding.
That pass maybe wasn't quite as good as Steve Boseman's last night, just with a little bit of bounce in there at the finish line, but that's certainly got to be one of his top 2 or 3 of the year.
Yep, that was nice. You got your second turbo-powered 2-wheel drive truck coming out on the track over there on your side, Andy.
Yeah, I do.
Next up out of Waverly, Iowa.
Lynn Stummy's truck. I don't think Lynn drives.
The heartbeat is Lynn
Brent
Stubby,
Peterson doing the driving here
who owns
tonight.
it. Brent Peterson will be doing the driving tonight.
Lynn in second place in the points. Only one win of the year, that was back in Palo here a couple weeks ago, but would basically have needed Mitch Wendling to finish dead last, and Lynn would need to win the class in order to make a change. Now Mitch is mid-pack, probably could make it interesting here with a big pass, so we'll see.
We'll see what he can do, see what Brent can do. Brent's been driving this truck the last couple of years. Him and Lynn been sharing that. They can only live about a mile and a half apart.
Not nearly as noisy.
Nope. Exhaust goes up to the turbos instead of right straight out the headers.
346.78 the distance to beat here on the Heartbeat truck.
The way he's got that fuel system set up.
Brent Peterson driving from the stuff. He's got
70, 80 feet.
a little short at 286.95.
Gonna be a little bit shy of that 320 when he has to take over.
Yeah, quite a bit actually, 286.95.
That truck actually won one of the classes at Super National in Pullman, Wisconsin.
Up next on our 4-1 Limited Pro Stock side, it's going to be Bill Fickenbaum with the second tractor out of Triple Iowa. He calls it the Instigator.
On the west track, while Willie Fickenbaum getting ready to go second time out. He was second puller in the class, went 345.4 and held that lead for a couple tractors. Now he's sitting in third place. This tractor called Untamed, the first one, the 4450. This one is called the Instigator. I think they named it after Bill. The 7930 John Deere.
No, they wouldn't do that.
Oh, yes, they would. Keith Kajeska out there helping him get lined up, getting him back. Keith does a lot of work on these tractors for him. Keith is one of the mechanics also at Marvin Zip's Tractor Repair in New Hampton.
Yeah, you mentioned that this tractor is one of the first to go to the 4.1 Limited Pro class when it was added to the ECI schedule. That was in 2016.
Well, I think it went to 4-1 before that. It was he was running NTPA back then.
Well, he picked up the championship in the first year in 2016 here for ECI. We've done that once since then as well. Certainly competitive, so this will be a treat. 355, I believe.
340, 360. 360. Well, I think it's the last show of the year.
That's going to be a turbo for Bill, unfortunately. Tough break for him.
I think we just ate a turbo. They're pointing at shiny parts on the ground. That is not good. Look out, they might be hot. He had a good pass going. The front end was up and down, got a little crazy down there a couple times for him. When that happens, it starts to duck walk a little bit, and you lose one of the tires, and it's just not a good situation at all. So, and then to finish up like that, that's just a shame. 3:19.5.
3:19.5 for the instigator.
3:19.5.
Which in most instances, that would be an excellent run.
Yeah, a lot of places that'd be a winning pass.
So we talked about these G-shirts, right? That they brought up. Dickie and I are
all in line here too. Well, I offered her some of that, but you wouldn't have any of them.
Sometimes you just gotta open them and let her have at it.
Yeah, I guess.
But they're still squeaky.
Are they squeaky?
I'm gonna give credit to them because I know those guys left at least early this morning, so for them still to be squeaky, there's a credit to how good they are.
They are correct. Ron Troy Warshkow over on the east track right now. Looks like Ron's getting his back up. That's the dad. Troy doing the steering
Next
gear.
on our tool drive side, going to be Mason Warshkow
a Jeep body on
with
that one. That's why they
the
call it
Jeepers Creepers
Jeepers
out of Iowa Falls, Iowa.
These boys run modified tractors. They each had a modified tractor. Years ago, they ran with Allison motors in them. Got on the back, went to the two-wheel drive class. No, that's not Ron, Jackie back, because he's running, and I know Ron don't run.
So we should take video maybe, is that what you're saying?
Good piece of driving, Troy. And on
Mason
the
gonna go
west track, we're waiting for Keith
293.32.
Seidler to come back around out of Council Bluffs. The Game Changer, we'll see if it lives up to its name or not. 50-20 John Deere.
293.32, the distance there for the Jeepers Creepers truck.
We get a pull-out tractor out there, please. There we go, we got one coming.
East Central Iowa Puller, proud to be supported by our friends at Centeco Lubricants, offering a wide range of paraffin-based specialty oils that can greatly improve the performance and durability of your engine and equipment. Centeco has been providing its customers with superior lubricants since 1911 from trucks, tractors, and heavy equipment to racing engines. Centeco provides people with what they need for maximum performance. Texas. Learn more at Centeco.com or come up here and ask Bill a couple of questions.
I'll answer them. Last tractor in the 9,500-pound 4-1 Limited Pro class. Keith Seidler got to chase a big pull.
Keith Seidler going next to the 4-1
4-1
class, your last hook tonight.
That was a mighty tug. Put about 13 feet on second place. Matt Angel sitting there in second at 3:47.9. We get done with these 4-1 Limited Pro folks. Then we are going to go to the modified four-wheel drive class tonight. We have a $10,000 purse, and it's going to be broke up between the top, what'd you say, Andy, 8? Top 8 in the class. So, and that's an average of both nights, I think, yes. And the guy that won last night is not here tonight. So, that kind of opens it up for a few more. Best average, and if it's a tie, we'll go with longest distance, I think. Last puller of the 4-1 Limited Pro, Keith Seidler, out of Council Bluffs. John Deere, he calls the Game Changer.
343.7 for him.
$343.7. Gonna put him in looks like 4th place. Looking quick off the top of my head here.
We're gonna get a treat coming up here too.
Waverly, yep. Couldn't get fire lit last night.
Sorry about the interruptions, folks.
Hopefully you'll get that thing going tonight.
The signal must be getting a little weak.
Don's been working on that tractor building.
We'll move into our last class for the night on the West Track. Be our 10,000 weight mod 4-gun truck class.
John Deere. I think he actually worked on fuel systems at John Deere.
Coming up, the second truck out of Nursestrand, Minnesota, Corey Kuhlmeyer in the double shot.
Your Region 3 NTPA champion pulling out there right now. That is Corey Kuhlmeyer out of Nursestrand, Minnesota. He clinched the Region 3 championship in NTPA in Illinois. Wednesday night, Thursday night, whatever night it was.
Well, if it was Thursday night, then he had quite the drive on Friday to get here by last night.
I think so, yeah. Yeah, I think it was Thursday night. Yep. His brother-in-law, Dawson Allenson, in the bottom up truck won last night. This morning, Kuhlmeyer's running Corey up there by Nursestrand, Minnesota, south central Minnesota. Talking to him back at the hauler today. This will be their last show for the year. They got a lot of work to do up there in the quarry, and going to send one of the trucks away to get freshened up, and they're going to build another one for next year. They're going to have 3 of them out, all 2-wheel drives next year. I don't know if Jack's going to drive one or not, but you have to wait and see.
Told you those cheese curds were good, Bill.
Oh, they're delicious. What a mouthful now.
Kelowna Creamery.
Oh, my.
Providing those. See, I know if I just set them in front of Nikki here, the rest of the bag will eventually disappear. Got some results in. Points champion wins again.
All right, here's where he finished up in the 4-1 limited pro stock weighing 9,500 pounds. Your winner was your points champion, Bryce Rickless, out of Anamosa. A great pass of 360.5 in the red revolver. Second place went to Matt Angel out of Wisconsin, 347.9. Third place, Wild Willie Figgenbaum in the first tractor out, the Untamed John Deere. Tim Leish out of Turtle Lake, Wisconsin, 345.3 was 4th place.
Before we have our
5th place, Heath Ziegler out of Council Bluffs, the Game Changer. 6th place, last night's winner, Steve Faustman out of Worthington, Minnesota, the Special Edition. Marty Kuhlman, the first man out on the track.
We actually have an exhibition light super stock hook for our Mod 4 drives to Branson with it just on warranty, which is owned by Don Storjohn. Tim's going to be driving, just working some bugs out for the next season.
East Central Iowa Pullers proudly supported by Marvin Zips Repair, a family-owned business operated by Dean and Kathy Stummy in the city of New Hampton. Been in operation for 35 years. They've got a staff of 5 mechanics for all of your tractor, automotive, and small engine needs. Marvin Zips Repair Incorporated for over 30 years, continuing to specialize in new and rebuilt turbos for trucks, tractors, and competitive tractors, as well as truck pulling. Visit marvinzips.com for more information. This is a treat here, Phil, if they get this thing to run.
Yep, I hope they get her going. Don Storjohn, John Deere, out of Waverly, Plainfield area up there. Don's not doing the driving tonight. I'm not sure who's driving it. This is a
Tim Franzen doing the
Tim
driving.
Franzen, okay. Alcohol burning, open super stock style tractor. Well, it ran better last night than tonight. It's just not going to get the fire lit. I don't know what the problem is.
So talk a little bit about an unlimited super stock. It's 3 turbos.
They're 8,000 pounds. They can have 3 or 4 turbos in them. They can run, most of them are all running alcohol.
We got the Anamosa kid down here, Bryce Rickless. He's the points champion.
Here we go.
And also tonight's winner. You've had quite a ride, haven't you?
It's been a lot of fun. Been the first year.
Here we go. We're going to start out our 9,300 pounds Farm Tractors. First up is going to be
I'll tell
Brad
you what,
Jensen.
you put on a good hook here
with
tonight.
the Rhino.
You ran it out the gate at an incredible pace of 360 feet. That had to be an incredible ride.
It was a good ride. It was a lot of fun.
First up going to be Rhino Reloaded.
Tractor's in really good shape.
Well, very good. I'll tell you what, you well-deserved win here tonight. And I'll tell you, you did a great job all season long winning the points. Congratulations to you.
Thank you, and thank you to everybody, the people that come out, everyone that's working with ECI and Pullers to make it all happen. It's been a lot of fun meeting a lot of good people this year, and it's been a really good time. It's a good group.
All righty, there you have it. Straight from the man, Bryce Rickless out of Anamosa, Iowa. Taking home all the wins. Getting his 9th win of the season here this evening. Silver Farm Class Texas, Brad Jensen.
And the Rhino Reloaded holds it 325.
Rhino Reloaded going to go 325.61.
300 pound super power class.
Who do we got the two-night champions or two-day champions for the 4-1 Limited Pro Series?
Keep both of them.
All righty. We got him right here, and we're going to do a quick interview with the man. I've interviewed you twice now, Buddy Rowe. You had a great weekend. Tell us.
Yeah, no, it was good. It just proves that one night you can do well, the next night you don't do so well. Everybody in the class can win. Very competitive class. You have a lot of fun. Great.
Well, very well said. Here's your placard. Congratulations to you on your 2-day total distance win.
And that pass last night, as we've discussed, from Steve, one of the best that you're ever going to see laid down by a pulling tractor. Everything went right. It was a lot of fun to watch. This whole weekend has been. We hope you are enjoying it as well, as we get to enjoy our favorite motorsport, professional truck and tractor pulling, actually the highest form of motorsports out there.
Folks, they just said we're going to cut off the 50-50 sales here in just a few minutes. So if the girls are out there, get your last sales in there. Take your chances. I've already got the winning ticket up here, but you go right ahead, buy some more. That's fine.
Make your donations. Right?
Make your donation. Oh, you got them right there. No, I got them up here. Now this guy says he's got them down here. I guess we'll find out in a little bit. We'll go out on the track and make a drawing here in just a little bit. So last call for 50-50 ticket. I don't know where the girls are. I can't see them. Maybe they've already split with the money. I don't know.
Yeah, they split with your winnings, Bill.
Yeah. That'd be my luck.
Attention in the pits, Jim Siegel, we need you to the scale. If you're pulling vehicle immediately, Jim Siegel to the scale immediately. If it wasn't for bad luck, you'd have no luck at all, Phil. Is that kind of how this goes?
What's your YouTube channel? Mooses?
in our 6200 modified two-wheel drives. Did we do the official rundown on this yet, fellas?
Next up on our Super Farm side is going to be Ray Clean with John Deere 5030. And we will be starting our final class of the night on the west side, the mod four-wheel drive trucks.
See, the grandma's having last year. But it's good. It's up.
Load the sled down there for the 6,200-pound modified four-wheel drive truck class. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 of them out here yet tonight. Some of them have what they call mountain motors in them, 777 cubic inches. Most of them are going to be running 650 cubes.
Tell you what,
20.
let's go ahead and get our results for the 6,200-pound super modified two-wheel drive truck class. Matt Parks holds the lead the entire class. Takes home the win, 346.78. Good thing he, as the test puller, decided to accept that distance. Second place, 335.37, the distance for J.C. Sullivan. Third place and fourth place were determined by about 1.25 inches. Wayne Timmerman in third pulled at 327.3. Mitch Wendling in fourth at 327.2. Dustin Robinson finished fifth. And they're out of Westgate with a shake and bake tractor. Under 5010. Like 306.4.
Ray Clean goes 306.43.
We are coming around the corner with our first pull of the 6,200-pound modified four-wheel drive trucks.
First look at our mod four-wheel drive trucks. Blooming Prairie, Minnesota. Doing David O'Connor on the Nasty Boys Dodge Dakota.
Usually pulls NTPA competition. He won the Region 3 championship in Sandwich, Illinois the other night. So he will be going to the Enderling. See how he does. Girls, we need you to come back around to your headquarters and turn it in, and we're going to go draw some money out, and somebody can take home some tax-free American. Somebody took home $440 last night. I'll bet tonight we beat that. David O'Connor getting ready to go our test puller in the 6,200-pound modified four-wheel drive truck. Nasty Boys, he calls this, 2002 Dodge. His dad Mike also has a modified four-wheel drive truck. They didn't bring that one along. There's Mike running down the side. Gonna coach him. Front tire there.
A lot of a bit of a white stripe there on the back tire.
I think he got it with both tires. Now he is the test puller. He's the test puller. He can turn that down and drop to last in the class if he wants to.
You can tell that we've got some veterans down there doing our filming for us, the Bipster and so on.
4,500 horsepower, whatever, coming right at it, and they didn't even blink.
Yeah. No brain, no pain.
Andy Scholl up next on the Super Farm side with the Red Resurrection out of Redland, Iowa.
I'd have to check my pulse after that one. Back to the Super Fun class on the double down skid, your points champion. For the second year in a row, it's Andy Scholl. He's on the track now riding the Red Resurrection. By 11 feet, he takes over the top
Scholl
spot.
going to go 336.32 for the lead.
Alright, we got Matt Marks down here, and I'll tell you what, he pulled off the win here tonight, and did it in a very good way, Matt. How'd things go for you tonight? Obviously
Up
with
next
the
is
win,
going to be
but
Dean
how did it
Christensen
feel?
out of Cumberland, Iowa with a red hot
I
full.
got out there with the little empty starting off with the truck up there. It was going.
Well, perfect, and I'll tell you what, you did a super job here tonight, and we're glad to have you. We hope to see you again.
Glad to be here. This thing, one full and a tough class, and it's always an honor to visit.
Thank you very much. I'll tell you what, folks, Matt Marks, give him a round of applause. He did a hell of a job here tonight. Dean Christensen out on the track hooking up to the equalizer sled out of Cumberland, Iowa. 1988 Ford Ranger. We got two Christensens. We got Dean and his son Grant both pulling here tonight. Dean calls his the Red Hot. Grant calls his Nothing Honey. Dean's been pulling four-wheel drive trucks for, let's just say, a long, long time. He will set the distance to beat. David O'Connor was DQ'd there, but he says he's not coming back. So, motor's hot, too short a class,
Dave
so I don't blame him. Why ruin it for
Dave O'Connor got DQ'd. He ran out of bounds, but it's too hot, too short amount of trucks. He's got a long way to drive home. Unfortunately, he's going to
Now, he's parked over along that right-hand side, too. That same place David started. David had trouble keeping it in bounds off the chalk line, so we'll see. You saw all those four-wheel drive guys out there earlier with their probes checking the track. Track is holding up to the fence tonight. The bane of four-wheel drive pulling, when they start bouncing, you either got two choices. You either get out of it right now or try and drive through it. And that would have been a nasty little bounce right there. So Dean did the right thing. He got out of it. He got out of it, I think, before 100 feet. Coasted a little ways, so they'll probably just pull him back, and he will take it one more time and try it. Looking for our two-night winner
Here we
for
go.
the Supermod
Last
two-wheel drive.
Brad Jensen coming up with a Rhino out of Mitchell, Iowa.
Season champ is Randy Wendling there. Randy and or Mitch did the driving tonight, yep.
Final Super Farm here, the tractor that ran last night, Ryan Jensen on a Rhino. Nice run at 335.22, Brad.
335.22 for Brad Jensen.
Came up just about a foot and 2 inches short of sweeping the wind both ways. So that'll be your probably the weekend camp. That would be my guess here in the farm, Super Farm side.
This is one of them, what they call mountain motors, 777 cubic inches.
Northwest Iowa. Carl did red on a 1998 Ford Ranger. We'll see Grant out here later in the class, quite a few down the road.
By the way, still looking for Dustin Amundsen down in the Angry Farmers Winter Circle with Barry. He was the distance winner for the weekend with 2 nights.
Okay.
So blown.
Well, he put what, 12, 14 feet in everybody
Last night, yeah. Blown valve cover gasket and all.
All that. He was trying to wash his truck off with Dawn dishwashing fluid last night when I stopped by.
Needed something a little stronger.
I stopped by there this afternoon, there was still oil running out of the windshield.
Here are the results from the Super Farm class, and how about it? Your points champion, Andy Schultz, takes home win number 3 of the season. The distance is 336.32. About a foot and an inch behind him, Brad Jensen on the Rhino tractor. Brad Jensen, Rhino reloaded in 3rd and raced clean. Shake and bake finished in 4th. Winner Andy Schultz, points champion Andy Schultz, distance winner Brad Jensen in the Rhino tractor. And just short of a win here again tonight.
Yep, just short. We've said that several times tonight, just short. Mark Kelly out of River Falls, Wisconsin, 1972 Chevrolet, calls it intense expense. Now, Mark wasn't here last night. He was at another show over closer to home. He come over tonight and put a pass on, so we'll see what he can do. Now, Mark pulled this truck, quite a few years ago, got out of it for several years.
Next truck on the Mod Full Drive side, Mark Kelly with the intense expense. He was not here last night, so he's not in contention for the 10,000 to win purse.
Mark Kelly.
Getting down to our last 3 classes. Here, Morgan Schulte here, Moose Track 1 videos, night 2 of 2, season championship finals in Rockwell, Iowa, January 1st, for the East Central Iowa Puller Association. We're in the 9 points earning and 6,200-pound modified full drive trucks. They got a $10,000 purse to win.
You know what? You've accomplished a lot in your life.
We just finished 9,300 Super Farms. We're going to move into our 13,000-pound, 10-mile-per-hour farm stock tractors, and then finish the night off of the 6,500-pound improved stock full drive trucks.
Last night, I mean, some of the things from 45 years ago as we started are still the same. I mean, some of the same encounters are still there. But
That's good. I'll tell you what, you did a nice job here tonight. Very well done, sir.
Back-to-back season championship for Andy Schultz. How about that, Bill?
Pretty good. That's tough, back-to-back.
Not easy to do.
Tough to win the first time. Mark Kelly doing a good
Mark
job.
Kelly going to go 313.16.
River Falls, Wisconsin, intense expense.
Truth in naming rules applying to that truck, I guess.
Yep. He didn't change the name from what he had years ago.
Beautiful truck, by the way.
East Central Iowa Pullers proudly supported by DJ Repair and 24-Hour Towing, a family-owned and operated business in Manchester, serving the area since 1988. Goal to satisfy their customers' needs, big or small, in a timely manner, with knowledgeable mechanics who have many years of service and go above and beyond to help customers. 24-hour towing, complete auto repair, auto body work, welding, and light truck work are all available, and they pride themselves on being honest, reliable, and professional. Contact them at DJ_repair_and_towing.com or 563-927-6749. East Central Iowa Fuller is also proudly supported by J&J Elite Motorsports, Jared Hewlin Hockey, and the Equalizer Championship sled that you're watching perform so beautifully tonight. Available for your event at 563-380-8871.
50-50 girls, we need you to get back and report in. 50-50 girls, they're ignoring me down there. 50-50 girls, we need you to go check in. We gotta cut off your sales. Okay. Hey, Spluza Jack, I got the winners up here, you don't. Oh, you got
Next truck to come up is going to be Charlie Miller out of Western Iowa. He owns the Foxy Lady Chevrolet.
Yeah, he donated. I think we probably all donated except one of us. Ed Miller pulling out on there right now out of Creston, Iowa, another one from way down south. The Foxy Lady in 2014 Chevrolet. Now the first couple guys parked that sled clear over the right-hand side of the starting line. Foxy Lady's gonna park it clear up on the top side, on the left-hand side. Ed Miller doing the steering and gearing. I think this is another one of them 700 plus cubic inch motors in this one. Andy, is this a 777? That's what I thought, okay. Leading distance out there, Dean Christensen in the red eye, 3:39 and 9. Mark Kelly right behind him at 3:13 and 1. See what Ed can do with it.
Still looking for Mitch Wendling down here at Dustin Robinson for the two-night winner and the season champ of Mitch Wendling.
Got the bouncing, but he was past the 100-foot mark, so he's going to take what he gets there. You saw the front or the back end of that truck come up, folks. There's just not a whole lot of weight on the back of these four-wheel drive trucks. That whole great big block out front is all weight. Take most of the weight on the four-wheel drive off the front of it. Makes the front tires bite pretty good that way. They wait for the weight box on the equalizer to come up and pull down the back end and get those tires hooked up. But when it's so light, if it starts bouncing like that, it can get ugly real fast. So he did the right thing, got out of it before he broke anything. 207 and 8 is what he wanted. Come up to us from way down southwest Iowa, Creston, Iowa, put on a show. He was here last night. I don't remember where he ended up last night.
These guys are running 13,000 pounds, non-cut tires, 10 miles an hour.
Ended up 7th last night. So, real sharp wrap on that truck. Pretty good looking machine. It's a 2014 Chevrolet body. DJ Sullivan up next on the modified four-wheel drives on the original Simon Says truck. I think I heard it just fire up back there.
13,000 pound farm stock class getting going here.
Unfortunately, we're having a speed board malfunction. It doesn't seem to be reading it correctly. Next up is going to be DJ Sullivan out of Manchester, Iowa with the original Simon Says Chevy on the full drive side. Kevin's going to come right back and try it again.
Looks like a little bit of an issue with the speed board here in this class, so we'll let Kevin back it back up and try it again. 10 mile an hour speed limit here in the 13,000 pound farm class. 20.838 or 18.442 non-cut tires only. No speed bumps allowed. 2 more rolls coming up after the 4-wheel drive, Phil.
DJ Sullivan out of Manchester, the original Simon Says 4-wheel drive. And a good strong pass it was, 325 and 4.
DJ goes 325.47, 325 and 47.
You folks who remember, familiar with pulling, you remember the name Roger Simon. He unfortunately passed away 3-4 years ago. He was a legend in pulling. This is his original truck that he started out in. Then he went to 2-wheel drive, and now his 2 sons, RJ and Brandon, are keeping up the family name in pulling. RJ was the Grand National Champion this year in the 20,000 pound super semis, and his son Brandon was the Grand National Champion in multi-engine modified pulling. So they've also got a pro stock or 2, and I don't know how many 2-wheel drives they got, but they got quite a racing stable over there in Farley, Iowa with Simon Trucking. But that's kind of cool to see the original Simon Says 4-wheel drive truck back out on the track. 325 and 4 going to put him in, well, 2nd place so far, it looks like. Jamie Bush up next from right here in Rockwell.
Next up on your mod full drive side, it's going to be Jamie Bush from right here in Rockwell, Iowa with his Thunderstruck
He did put a
Chevrolet.
big motor in this truck for the weekend, just to come out and play with the big boys. I don't know if he borrowed it or built it or what he did, but he's got it in there. I was over in his pits yesterday afternoon. He had the body up off the frame left, and it didn't look like that body was going to come down and fit over that motor. But he says it does, so and it looks like it. We're gonna see his daughter Presley drive his other truck here a little bit later in the class.
He's one of the guys that put in a lot of behind-the-scenes effort as well in order to
Put
get
this class together.
for tonight. Looks like we're going on this farm stock class here.
right there.
331.97 for Jamie Bush right there.
Sitting out there 339 and 9, but he made a good one. 331 and 9. Gonna put him in a solid second place. Jamie Bush right here in Rockwell, one of the guys that put this modified four-wheel drive class together. All right, boys, we got Corey Gilmeyer down here from Newtown, Minnesota. He's the 2-night winner. You have a good time here in Rockwell, Iowa.
I've been pulling here since it started. One of the greatest events we have in our area. And I got to appreciate the Rockwell Lions Club for having another bull here. Keep coming. I've been down the track here probably over 20 times in all the years in multiple classes. And great track.
Well, thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. He's our 2-night winner, both distance, Corey Gilmeyer, out of New Strand, Minnesota, the double shot, the 23 Model T Ford.
Here we go.
Congratulations.
Kevin Warnke, that dang deer. Kevin's gonna go 350.69.
Kevin Warnke.
But unfortunately, he goes 10.8 miles per hour and we'll drop that hook.
However, 10.8 miles an hour, and that's over the 10-mile-an-hour speed limit. I guess the good part is he is the best puller in the class, so he can always turn that down and come back and try a little bit later on. So we'll see Kevin come back a little bit later on here tonight.
Next hook is the Wild Wind, which used to be the Gainesman's Earthshaker 2, coming up on the four-wheel drive side.
Sure, about the time I take a bite full of cheese, so I get a truck off on the track.
Say what? It sounds like you got a mouthful of cheese curds.
Yeah, sounds like it's not. Mike Williams out of Bigelow, Minnesota. 1998 Chevrolet. Called the Wild Wind. Got it parked clear on the left-hand side. Seems like that's where everybody's going here lately. Has to beat a big pass by Dean Christensen, 399 to 9. Got a big, just about break 340 to take over the lead. Wow. Not going to quite get the
Finish up at 317.60.
Still a good smooth pass there. This is back to a 650 cubic inch motor instead of the mountain motor that we had watched earlier, a couple more earlier.
Next up on our farm stock side is Jordan McGill, the night shift. 1066.
Good strong pass, 317 and 6. Anna Mangan up next.
Up next on our mod full drive, so it'll be Hannah Mangan out of Goodhue, Minnesota with the Bounty
Later in
Hunter.
the class, Anna's made a nice pass with this truck last night. Out of Goodhue, Minnesota. 2003 Chevrolet called the Bounty Hunter. Now they're moving that sled back down on the right, or on the right-hand side of the starting line this time. I bet her dad made that decision. He is the two-time Grand National Champion in NTPA last year and this year.
Jordan Miguel here in the farm stock class. 331.96 for George Miguel.
331.96 for Jordan Miguel, but unfortunately he goes 10.1 miles an hour.
Cerro County Sheriff has been out and he issued a ticket for 10.1 miles an hour. However, for George's case, they reset the skid between Kevin and Jordan, so he was considered a test puller, so he could turn it down.
So here's the thing that's going on. Jordan Miguel, he is the now the test puller because after Kevin's run, they reset the sled. So he's just going to drop and come right back. And up next on the Mod Full Drive side, we have Anna Mangan out of Goodview, Minnesota with the Bounty Hunter Chevrolet.
We're still looking for Randy Wendling down in the winner's circle yet, or Mitch, whoever it may be.
Mitch or Randy Wendling got a banner down there to stick up and pictures to take to celebrate the season championship there. Super modified two-wheel drive truck class.
Anna Mangan is ready to go. Young lady who started driving this truck a couple years ago, does an awful nice job with it, not afraid to bend the throttle because she knows if she breaks it down, it'll fix it. Not a problem. What do you think, Jonesy?
Another nice night.
Brad Jones up here with the Rockwell line. You guys put on a heck of a show. We'll talk on this. Solid second place. Anna Mangan, young lady out of Goodview, Minnesota. 2003 Chevrolet called the Bounty Hunter.
.85 the distance for Jeremy Johnson in the Clarksville.
Jeremy Johnson on Clarksville in 1070 case.
He will be the official
13
first look here at the 13,000 pound farm stock.
It was 8.4 miles per hour.
Mentioned the 10-mile-an-hour speed limit, 20.838 or 18.442 non-cut tires only in this class. No P-pump. Factory drawbar style hitch only, no aftermarket hitches are allowed. The safety equipment is a requirement, and you'll hear the RPM limit at 3,000 as they come down through there.
Up here in the announcer stand with one of the Rockwell Lions, Brad Jones. Brad, what do you think of this weekend? I think we've had a pretty good show.
Yeah, I think it's been great. It's great to have everybody come out and enjoy another weekend here in Rockwell. Got to thank TCI for coming out. Another poster event here. Got to thank all of our sponsors. If you look around, you see a bunch of these sponsors that were here for the North Iowa Nationals. They stepped it up and gave extra to be a part of this event. If you get a chance, please patronize them as you get a chance to. Again, thank you all. Spread the word. I think this event's going to grow really fast.
You guys have put a ton of work in this place in 16 years. You were here for the outset, if I remember right. We both, I don't think either one of us ever missed a session out here for the North Iowa Nationals. So what a facility you guys have built up.
Yeah, it's been a lot of fun. Like you say, from the first year, pulling the opposite direction.
Next in the Mod Full Drive side is going to be Dave Kriz with the Wild Child. And next up on our farm stocks will be Landon Coleman, Reedland, Iowa, with a John Deere he calls Bleeding Green.
It's going to be a great place to house a great event like this.
I tell you what, there's been a lot of talk today about the points championships, the points races, and I've heard the question, boy, it seems like there's more close races this year, and I don't know that it's necessarily that in doing the research, but having it all in one place over 2 days just helps ramp up the excitement, so we appreciate that.
Yeah, I think it's great for the ECI to come in here and experience this here and a 2-night goal in one spot to cap off their season. I think it's great for them. I think they're enjoying themselves, and we hope they are. And if not, they've entertained your attitude.
Hey, your facility has created a couple of the best passes of the season. That 4.1 limited pro and Steve last night, Bryce was fast tonight. I mean, there's a lot of great action here.
Yeah, we've been harassing Steve and Mike for quite a while. They were with us from the get-go, and they have been here for years and come back, and Steve making a pass like that last night was pretty awesome. Yep, so who we got going down the track there, Andy?
Landon gonna go at 8.8 miles per hour, 324.11.
Everybody that's involved in this, you guys sure earned a lot of respect putting this thing on between North Iowa Nationals and ECI season finale like this. What a great deal you guys put together. So thanks a lot for all your hard work, and we'll see you next year in Bowling Green.
Wild Child gonna go 327.53, 327.53.
327.5 is what he got. Gonna put him back in the pack a little bit, but still a nice, smooth, strong pass right there.
How are you?
All right, we got the Wedling family down here, and I'll tell you what, they're enjoying their night here tonight. Fellas, we got a young driver here, baby. Do you want to do the soccer boss? He's got his head down. He's scared to death of the microphone. Vince, it was a hell of a pass here tonight. You guys did a terrific job taking home the season championship.
Up next, Nolan Frazier coming up out of
We're pretty happy.
Lamont, Iowa, with a 1155 Massey called Gen 2.
Owen kind of started off the year with us running his first year. He ran half the season and did a hell of a job. And so he's looking for more seat time next year. So if anybody's out there that's afraid of that 15-year-old, watch out next year.
We got a young driver, and he's just as shy as can be. His head's down. Hang in there, son. We're not on TV right now. I'll tell you what, Randy, you got a lot to be proud of here.
Yeah, I don't know. I thought I was going to retire after this year, but I don't know. I guess it's not looking like that's going to happen. I don't know. It's been at this a long time.
You betcha, and I'll tell you what, congratulations to the Wendling family. That's a very good job. We got a little picture-taking opportunity. We're going to do it right now. You three are together.
3 miles an hour. Nolan Frazier's going to end up at a short distance, unfortunately. Dan Klasinski coming up on the Montville drive side of the Extreme Whiplash.
Nolan Frazier there.
6'8".
Gotta get the pickup in here too, yeah. How about that run?
Good hook for Dan. 334.14.
Slides on in, it looks to me like second place, Dan Blazinski on the Extreme Whiplash truck. Looks like there's 6 trucks left to pull here in the class.
All right, we're down here along the side of the grandstand with the 50-50 girls. How much we got somebody gonna take home? $905. Wow.
Up next on Redland, Iowa on IH 806, Brandon Nading.
Stir them up good. Close your eyes. I know you got mine in your hand there. Thank you. All right. I have the winning ticket right here in my hand. Everybody that's got a white ticket, stand up. White ticket. White ticket. Thank you, it's the red one. All right, read it off, bend over here. Read the number.
129.
Don't get self-conscious, but everybody in here is looking right at you tonight.
129199.
Who's got it?
129199.
Yes, yellow. Get out of here. Nice try, though.
It's not one of yours,
You
Phil.
didn't win. You said you were going to win.
So did you, Phil.
Where we at? Over there? All right. Hold, stay right there. We'll send them over. Whoever's got the winning ticket, stay over there where you're at. They're headed your way.
10.6 miles an hour for Brandon Nading right there.
Get out of that for working so hard.
That'd be disqualification.
$338.26. However,
10.6 miles an hour over the speed limit. Got the Suki family coming up next. Gonna be Bill Suki with the totally geared Ford Ranger.
10.6 miles an hour for Brandon, so he has been disqualified for speeding. Generation 2 tractor.
Bill Suki got a clear from Minnesota. We're going to see his father-in-law here in a couple trucks. Oh, this is fun here.
Good hook for a 336.52 for Bill.
$336.5 for Bill. 31.8 miles per hour. 336.5. Did we have a winner over there? Or do we have to redraw?
Kevin Warnke's rehook coming up. That dang deer on the farm stock side.
Looks like we've got 2 left here in the farm stock class. Kevin Warnke on the deer.
course, they reset the skid after it hit slow, and then Jordan Miguel was able to turn down a pole in which he sped, so he gets to try it again. And speaking of Kevin Warnicke, here he goes.
We have 5 trucks left in the 64-pound modified four-wheel drive. Up next is Grant Christensen, Pete Christensen, lead.
We got 9.1 miles an hour for Kevin.
39 and 9. Bill Suki sitting in second at 336 and 5, and Anna Mangan sitting in third at 335 and 9. After that, kind of falls off a little bit. See what Grant Christensen can do.
Looking out, we got 1 farm stock left, and we got about 4, maybe 5 four-wheel drives left. Like I said before, I have to get going after those classes. I unfortunately cannot film the improved stock four-wheel drive trucks, but we do have a film. We have Bipster on the other side, Bipster's repair shop. He will be here also. He has been here for the past 2 nights filming, so he'll get all the classes, especially the truck class that I missed. Not at all. You can stand it all the way up. Here we go, Jordan Miguel with his rehook on the night shift. Last hook in our 13,000-pound, 10-mile-per-hour farm stock tractors.
Some of our sponsors, once again, help us put on all them banners along the side. We appreciate all those guys, but our presenting sponsor for tonight and also for the North Iowa Nationals earlier this year was Mort's Plumbing and Heating.
Coming up next is Grant Christensen with the Nut and Honey out of Cumberland, Iowa on the mod four-wheel drive class.
Platinum sponsors, Van Wall Equipment, Sigler Cat, Mason City All Risk, and Syngenta. That's just a few of them. We'll go for more in just a little bit. Grant Christensen out of Cumberland, Iowa. 2006 Ford Ranger Nut and Honey. Dean Christensen sitting out in front with the red out of 339 and 9. Dean sitting right down here in front of me, patiently waiting.
For Jordan tonight, only ran 9.0 miles per hour, and that will finish our 13,000-pound, 10-mile-per-hour farm stock tractor.
Once again, we've seen people from all the way across that starting line, high, low, in the middle, whatever they want.
Here we go, Nick Christensen, Nut and Honey.
Not happy with the way they got that truck lined up in the center of the sled. You want to get centered on there just as good as you can, so you don't have to pull the sled sideways to get it to go straight.
.234.19, the distance there for Jordan Miguel, the night shift, defending champion in this class, well under the speed limit of 9 miles an hour.
Almost done. I ain't your fruit stock.
That's better than being a 10th over.
That is correct.
Yep. See? I'm catching on to this game.
I'm not filming the fruit stock. Sorry. Wow, he's sideways.
Folks, folks, these four-wheel drive trucks are kind of a bear cat to get back up. The differentials on the rear end are solid. There's no give to them at all, no slip. So if it moves, and there's no weight back there also on the back wheels. So you have to get way out front of the sled and to get a good straight shot going back at it. And that was just a little bit of a problem getting that thing back in there. They do not steer at all. The back end on these modified four-wheel drive seats is basically pushing that right on over. There's no weight back there at all. So
I have a little trouble getting mine up and grab, but here he is now. I'm going to back in the sled.
How you guys from VIP Tower doing over there? Not good at all, huh? Completely ignoring me. Nobody ever listens to the announcer anyway. Hey, VIP Tower, how you doing?
Yeah, we got a couple thumbs up.
All right. Pretty good view up there, isn't it, by golly? You know it. Are you out of beer yet? I'm out of beer. Yeah, maybe later, thanks.
You gotta know somebody to get up there.
I guess, yeah, you got it. Now what you know is who you know. By golly, that was pretty nice. 334 and 3 for
334.35 for Grant.
Did a good job of getting that thing down the track. 334 and 3, 31 exactly miles per hour.
That pulling truck has been on a lot of tracks and hooked onto a lot of skids.
Been around a long time, you bet. You bet. Hey, Dean. How long has that been on pulling truck? 20 years?
Like I said, how I not be filming the stock trucks. I will show them to you on the live stream.
86, I think.
Since 86? Really? Oh my.
That class got over after the full drive, so film one, you gotta film them all, so.
That's a long time. You've been pulling a long time. You have, yeah. You're leading the class yet tonight, so no pressure. You got 3 feet on second place, or almost about 3 feet, so you're doing good. Butch Line's gonna come around the corner next. Out of Clarissa, Minnesota, we saw his son-in-law, Bill Suki, pull earlier with the Totally Geared. Butch's truck is called Totally Hooked.
I think
their team is the Total Pulling Team.
How light the front end is, how much it bounces all the time. They don't want to
I think Bill is sitting in second place right now. I'm looking down through here. Yep, 336 and 5, yes. So he's probably been back there giving Butch some pointers, I'm sure.
Probably walk there before you guys get there.
Trucks, that was Kathy Dirkhoff, the Black Widow.
Kathy Dirkhoff in the Black
distance at 342.5.
342.5.
We'll see if
342.52. Here we go. Lawrence line. Totally hooked.
Bill with her
Off
husband,
drive.
Randy.
Well, tonight will decide who wins.
It will. She has decided that she thinks she can beat her husband with that distance. And everybody else is fast. Good,
Strong, solid, smooth pass out of it.
So she will accept that distance, and we are underway here in the improved stock truck class.
Line, Lawrence line out of Crystal, Minnesota. Up next, 2003 Ford. Totally hooked. Son-in-law Bill sitting in second place for tonight.
So did the wife and sister take the truck home?
Good hook there. 340.32 for Lawrence line.
First place,
New leader right there.
line, 340 and 3. Dean Christensen, you're now in second place at 339 and 9. What a pass. Great round speed, right down there down the mountain. Danny Borger on the answer.
328.02, 25.4.
328.02 for him.
Borger. St. Ansgar, the 1984 Chevrolet K30, one-time hook. BCI. Improved stock truck. Any cubic inch factory cast iron block allowed. Factory heads only. Must use dual plenum intake. A single 850 CFM carburetor is the limit, 35-inch DOT tires only, and a 1-ton or under drivetrain only here in the improved stock pickup truck class. East Central Iowa Florence appreciates the support of the Amana Colonies Bakery and Cafe and the Amana Colonies Popcorn and Ice Cream Company. From their humble beginnings, at the Amana Colonies Popcorn and Ice Cream Company, they take great pride in making gourmet popcorn using only the finest ingredients, including real cheese, and making their caramel from scratch with a secret family recipe. Family-owned local business in the heart of downtown Amanda with over 60 delicious flavors of gourmet popcorn that can satisfy with just a few bites. Located next door to the Amana Colonies Bakery and Cafe, you can visit Amana_popcorn_company.com. And we mentioned the Amana Colonies Bakery and Cafe is right next door. They have hundreds of unique, tasteful breads, pastries, cookies, jams, and jellies that are bound to be the perfect treat no matter the occasion. They take pride in their products, from the quality of their goods to the recipes.
Bone stock is next up on your improved stock full drive truck side, and the modified full drive side coming up is Mark Mankin, your 2023 and 2024 SBA Grand National Champion with the Outlaw Chevrolet.
Or online at Amana_Colonies_Bakery_and_Company.com, or right next door to the Amana Colonies Popcorn and Ice Cream Company. Going back to the trucks here. 342.52, pretty good distance, I'd say, for Kathy Burkup. She's in the lead.
Hey, Anna Mangan, did you give your dad some tips? You're still sitting in 4th place. Mark Mangan out there out of Goodhue, Minnesota. You saw his daughter Anna out here earlier in the Bounty Hunter. She's sitting in 4th place in 3:35, just a tickle over. This is Mark, two-time Grand National NGPA champion last 2 years. 2015 Chevrolet the Outlaw.
He was able to DQ. You couldn't see it quite clearly, but he dropped a weight about 100 feet down.
7 and 7 to put him in. Let me see. 2nd place, I think.
Did he beat his daughter?
He did beat Anna, yes. Anna was sitting at 3:35. He went 3:37. Bill Suki was 3:36. Puts him in 3rd place.
Once again, Daddy knows best, huh?
Well, Anna told him what to do. She was out there first. She knew what to do. Butch Line sitting out there in the lead at 3:40 and 3. And then Gene Christensen at 3:39 and 6. Or 3:39 and 9. And Mark just went 3:37 and 8. I believe that's 3rd place. Yes, it is. We got 2 left. Presley Bush, another young lady from right here in Rockwell. And Stacy Hasty out of Manchester.
Next up, our improved stock full drive side is going to be Randy Dirkop with the digging ditches forward.
Waiting for Presley Bush to come around the corner in her truck. Her dad, who out there, Jamie Bush, went in front of the truck 3:31 and 9, so we'll see what Presley can do. Presley got real close to it last night. Jamie beat her by a couple feet, if I remember right.
All right, here we go with the results from that 13,000-pound farm stock class. How about this? Kevin Warnke coming out with the victory of 326.48 on that dang deer.
There we go, Ranger Cup.
I believe that is his first ECI victory for Kevin Warnke. So congratulations to him. That's a huge accomplishment, and what a way to cap off the season. Landon Kuhlman in 2nd, your points leader, becomes points champion. He also not only wins the title, wins the night, or finishes 2nd on the night, but wins the distance. And here comes Randy Dirkop.
340.92, Randy right there.
Behind his wife. To make a difference, and Randy does lead the points by just a couple. Anyway, to finish the farm stock results.
Presley Bush coming up next on the Vermont full drive side with the Wild Ride Chevrolet.
Landon Coleman in second place, wins the season title and the two-night distance championship. Third place to Jeremy Johnson, fourth place to Jeremy George McGall, and fifth place to Nolan Fraser. So we're looking for Kevin Warnke and Landon Coleman at the Angry Farmer Winner's Circle with Bear.
Looks like Presley's backed up to the equalizer sled.
And on our improved stock side, we'll have Phil Eichenberger coming up with My Other Girlfriend.
Not every time it goes out, but often enough to know what she's got there. Dad's standing alongside, giving her all kinds of instructions, I'm sure.
I got Kevin Morrissey down here with the winner of tonight in Fredericksburg, Iowa. That dang deer. Very impressive pass tonight. You pulled some pretty tough guys. What did it feel like out there for you, Kevin?
Felt good. Just got going on the track line. A lot of guys were real competitive.
332.55 for Presley Bush.
332.5 for Presley Bush.
All right, throwing back to Bear in Winner's Circle.
You bet.
You bet, Kevin. He was very appreciative of this deal, and I'll tell you what, we got the points champion and the two-night winner, Landon Coolman, with us right here.
Here you go, Phil Eichenberger.
He wins the points. We got a nice photo op. I'll tell you, Landon, you've been doing a good job with that beat. We'll hold on there until this fast, please. There, Phil Eichelberger of Ionia with My Other Girlfriend in 1984.
Phil goes
337.11.
337.11.
Kathy Durkup is going to win the improved stock class. No, excuse me. Yeah, that's correct. And anyway, we'll have the rest of the results after Bear, you visit with Landon. All right, Landon, the 4430. How long the bleach green machine been in your stable?
Oh, it's probably been 7 or 8 years now, I guess.
You've been done very well with it. I congratulate you. You're the two-night winner. We have a little placard here for you on the farm stock division. Two-night winner of total footage and the season champion. Done very well. I'll tell you what, you've accomplished quite a task here in Rockwell. I look forward to seeing you again.
Can't wait to be back. It's an awesome facility. These guys does a great job. Can't wait.
Alrighty, there you heard it straight from the mouth of Landon Cool. Great stuff there, and congratulations, Landon, a very deserving champion in the farm stock class.
We got a change of, not leadership, but Jamie Bush in the Thunderstruck truck went 3:31 and 9, and Presley Bush in the Wild Ride went 3:32 and 5. Way to go, Presley. Take it out on Dad. He beat you last night, you beat him tonight. That's pretty good. We have one truck left in the 6,200-pound modified four-wheel drive truck. Stacy Hasey out of Manchester on borrowed parts, a 1969 Chevrolet.
East Central Iowa boys proud to be supported by Amen Dyno Service. Engine dyno service for all your tuning and testing needs on all types of diesel engines. Offering the best and most accurate testing on all engines ranging from 100 to 3,000 horsepower. Also providing quick and easy hookups. State-of-the-art testing to know exactly how your engine is performing.
We also have a full range of performance parts for pulling tractors, including billet pistons and sleeves, billet connecting rods, cylinder heads for all classes, billet cams, billet crankshafts, custom headers and intakes for all applications. We also offer a full line of turbochargers and complete fuel systems for all classes, from farm stock to super stock, and sub-complete running engines for all classes and horsepower ranges. Located in Farley, Iowa, you can find them on Facebook and at Dyno Service, or call 563-744-3424.
I hear our last 6,200-pound modified four-wheel drive truck fired up back here. Stacy Hasty out of Manchester.
She's a past ECI champion, as is DJ, her dad, DJ Sullivan.
Yeah.
Different pulling vehicles,
Different vehicles, yeah. They call this one borrowed parts. Her dad drove this one for a long time in competition. I think they used to pull stands.
I believe so too.
This truck also.
Different version of this truck, different motor for this truck.
Probably. Last one to take over the lead, Butch Line sitting out there in the lead at 3/4 and 3. Last person with a chance to take over the big money tonight. Look at all these dedicated tractor pull fans out here, and he's still sitting here. 10 o'clock. We've been shooting them right
here. Here we go, guys. Last took of the night. Last took of the $10,000 purse to win full drives. Last took of the ECIPA season for 2024. Stacy Hayes, Manchester, Iowa, with the borrowed parts.
This will be our last puller of the evening, last puller of the ECI year. Well, this isn't even ECI, this class here. This is a special put-together class by Jamie Bush, bringing a bunch of modified four-wheel drives. So,
as I mentioned at the start of things, 3.5 months goes by in the blink of an eye. Time it starts in Davenport, and you and I getting here together in early September. Where'd the time go? What a run! Oh boy!
340.27 for Stacy right there. Quite a run. I don't think she's gonna get the win, but that boy was a heck of a run. And I'd like to thank everyone for watching.
oh my, this is worth a big oh my right here. Oh my, she just went 340 and 27. Butch Lines earlier went 340.32.
Less than a half of an inch.
Less than half an inch from the win. Well, congrats to Lawrence Line, and I'd like to thank everyone so much for watching my channel and watching tonight for the poll. We hope you tune in next year for the ECIPA's 30th anniversary, and we will see you around. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe.
She made a heck of a pass right there, I'll tell you what. She did